the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member of the channel, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the way. All right? Yes. So, as you saw by the title, ask a question: are we in big trouble for not just the first set of the World Cup qualifiers? That's the reason why we put that at the start, and also the Copa. All right, yes. So that was the small question asked there. So we're gonna deal with Andre Blake. Andre Blake injured. We're gonna get into that, break it down, and give our take on that, and then maybe we will get our answer for the video itself. Reggae Girlz versus Brazil. What to expect right there? We're gonna get into that. Smith Rowe and Reese Nelson. Respect to the people that ask a few questions and try to convince them. We're gonna talk about that as well. Brazil hosting the World Cup. We're gonna talk about that. Best CONCACAF players, the best 11 CONCACAF players in Europe. We're going to talk about that. And Greenland to CONCACAF, we are going to be talking about that. So those are the things that we have on the listing. Let me start by just bigging up people first. All right, we have a lot of persons inside the chat. So we have Ernest in the building. Big up yourself, Ernest. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Lamar Williams in the building as well, and our brother Sherman Scott. Massive respect for the continuous support. All right, yeah, man. So let me improve this a minute. 1 second, people. Let me improve that for you guys. Then we have our brother God King in the building, Suriname in the building, Tom in the building. Massive respect. And Joman just checking. All right, yeah, man. Love the fact that all of you guys coming in. Give me a second. Let me square up some things right here, because I have to turn this thing on, because sometimes if we don't have normal moderators here, it kind of help the overall situation. So let me just fix that for you, and then we are good. All right. All right. So that is good then. All right. And then let me get this up so I can build a pool. Because yesterday we did it and you guys worked with it. All right. So I don't have to stop the show. I will do this the next time very earlier. All right. All right. So that is good. All right. So we are up and running, people. We are up and running. So you saw that now. So let me see. David J, big up yourself. Parky, as well. Big up yourself. Yes. So let me start with Andre Blake. Andre Blake. Not the best season for him. To be honest. He has a high standard. So it's not the best season for him. Not the best start to a season. But straight through the season, he was picking up nickels. Even go straight back to the last time we actually participated. He participated in the Jamaica jersey. He was still actually fighting injuries, because he came off of injury to get here. All right, yes, and I had said I built videos. They're still here, saying that I think that maybe it's going to cause him problems. We just did that one recently, so now we're getting news that he decided to go and do surgery. So they said Andre Blake undergoes meniscus surgery to miss 4 to 6 weeks. All right, so 4 to 6 weeks before his body can heal, and then obviously have to go back to trying to build your body back to come back to the game. So I don't think 4 to 6 weeks would mean that he would be back on the pitch. I think it would have meant that that's the time that it would have took to heal, and then you have to go back to your rehab. So with 4 to 6 weeks, which is a month and a half, and stretched to 2 months, that would have covered the first set of games for the World Cup qualifiers, and also the entire Copa competition. All right, so that's why I've asked the question right there: are we in big trouble? Let me go through it just to give you the extra details listed by his club. This is from Philadelphia Union. Philadelphia Union's starting goalkeeper Andre Blake will be out for 4 to 6 weeks following a meniscus surgery. Head coach Jim Curtin announced in his Tuesday's press conference. Before previewing the team's upcoming match against Toronto FC, Curtin provided more details regarding the injury that left the Jamaican net protector out sidelined since the end of April. All right. So maybe they're trying to get it healed without doing the surgery. All right. And then it looks like that's the biggest problem. It was a minor surgery where there were a couple of little loose flaps in there, and they cleaned up the meniscus, which had a little minor tear. A Curtin said, but overall, you know now how much we missed him and how important he is to the team. All right, they are saying it's a minor. Okay, while Blake recovers, first year keeper Oliver Semley will remain in net, having already played in 12 regular season games for the team since signing during preseason, which I've told you that he kept having injuries, so it becomes a normal thing for them to just get this guy to play because he was struggling straight short to keep himself fit. All right, yeah. So they are saying it's a minor tear in his meniscus at this point, and they're trying to get it done. Him missing. Let me go to the comments first before I give my take. All right. So Sherman says it up the like. Yeah, man. We will check the likes after a certain time. Jack Drummond said 20 of us are here. Let's see if within the next 3 minutes we have over 20 likes. Yeah, man. That's why it's there. So I think people will naturally get it up. Omar Foley, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Al J, long time no see. Hope all is well with you and the family. Ricky says, big up JD. Big miss for you guys with those the loss of Blake. He has been outstanding for you guys. Who will take his place? We're going to get straight back to that. The Mount Pleasant keeper looks good, but nowhere near close to Blake. We're going to get to, we just want to make sure we get everything from the comment section, like what they believe, and then I will get into who can replace them. Because you have other better performers than Blake this year that can play for Jamaica. But the problem is, obviously, when you switch location, sometimes it doesn't go the way what you would have liked. All right, because you have to acclimatize to the condition and all of those stuffs. All right, God King said, "Damn, Andre out is a real bad news. Hope he recovers faster than they say he will." I think that's why they put 4 to 6 weeks. Because maybe it was slightly before that as well. Craig, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Omar Foley said, I think the Reggae Boys have some good replacement to choose from. Who when you're talking about best players in our region, majority of the times it's actually Andre Blake comes up, maybe some of the time. Why is it my internet chipping out? Oh, impactful. Andre Blake in the Jamaica team. I think he's impactful because, as what we said, not based on not just because he's a super keeper. All right, but look, we are in a transition. Yesterday, I've gotten a phone call, and I've stated that why people never actually factor in what took place while we never made the World Cup because we had so much things that took place. So if we look into the detailing, so for instance, Andre Blake is one of the leaders, as what they have said. We are bringing in a lot of new faces in order for people to acclimatize faster and faster. I do believe that you have to have people there that have witnessed things. Andre Blake is one of the long-standing servants. Hector is one of the long-standing servants as well in the team. People don't know that, but Hector was always here long before majority of these people. Yes, so you have to have. So with those guys, you can help the team actually what I would gel faster and know what is required. So he's there for that purpose. And when it comes on to his natural ability of being a shot stopping goalkeeper, he's up there as one of the best in the CONCACAF region for several years. I think he might slightly be the best based in the CONCACAF, just playing in the CONCACAF, not coming from the CONCACAF. So if we extend it to Europe, he might not be the best, but definitely he's always top five overall. So based off that alone, his own contribution as his talents and also his importance towards him getting these guys gelled and stuff, he's going to be a big miss because he knows how hard it is to get certain things done. Yes, so that is what I'm looking at. Obviously, if you look at the normal extended new goalkeeping style skills, I think people can replace him, but at the same time, those people will come in with not so much experience as well. So that will count for something. All right. So I would say that he's going to be a big miss. He's going to be a big miss, people. That's what I would say. He will be a big miss based off those conditions. Greetings, Big Boss. I think the Reggae Boys have some good replacements. We're going to get into the replacements now. All right. Aldrin said, all right, read that. And then we have Ardain in the building says, bless up to you, Ardain. Jock Drummond said, it will be a big miss, but it also opens an opportunity for someone to step up who is tested at this level. We're going to go through that. Technic, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. There is a League Two keeper. We're gonna go through it. Omar, hold on, man. I'm gonna go through it because once I call a name, I would have to educate the people on the players. All right. Damien, Lewis, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yeah, massive respect for you to love the content. We are trying our best. All right. Yeah, man, we are trying our best to give you clarity on some of the subjects and also apply what we have studied through the time to make sure you get it as accurate as possible. In the know, big up yourself. Then we have Mr. United. He said, I no nerve. Wait is a very good goalkeeper. All right. Um, Good morning to you, Mr. United. Good morning, Desert Nation and Samson. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive, massive respect and love the support that you guys are putting on the video. We end this video with 150 likes just the same. We are going to do 2 hours. Let me bring up some of the guys them that could replace him. All right. So wait. Jamali Wait. At this point, he's at El Paso Locomotive FC. All right, that is in the USL Championship. So far, he has a 6.78 rating. Played 11 games out of 11. Started entire 90 minutes. All right, so that means he's doing decent on the statistics right here. He's doing decent based on his experience for Jamaica. He played in seriously good games, vital games, I should say, and he held his own. Pastor, you have to mute the mic if you're not talking because it's giving me a feedback here. Yes, so once you're not talking, mute the mic. I would think Wait would be a capable piece because him playing currently is very good. So that means he's active. So would be one to do so. Wait is shorter. I still think that he commands his box good enough. Some things that you could call out Mr. Blake on sometimes. Yes. Um, I think his passing range is good as well. So and he has some experience. I think he would have been the most experienced out of that number of keeper. All right. Then we have Boyce Clark. Boyce Clark, he was injured throughout the season. He came back, played a few games. All right, this is what we have for it. Prem 2, he played 12 games, started all 12, played the entire 93 minutes for 12 games. All right, that's a 12 games. Um, he played in the EFL Cup. Let me get it. EFL Cup. Yes, he played in the EFL Cup 2 games, entire 90 minutes. So that is 14 minutes. Football League Trophy. He played 1 of 190, so 15 minutes. he played so far. 15 minutes he played so far, and in the league he never played this season, which is in League One. All right, he never played any of that this season. But based on him being around the team, he would have been one of the options. As I've said, I don't think he played enough competitive football this year, so I wouldn't have him high up the table. All right, so him would have been on it, and then the last one we would have put on the list. But I heard Marlon said something about him as he wouldn't be ready and such. So let me leave it to these two first, and then I bring in Pastor. So good day, Pastor. How are you doing? And what you want to add to the show so far?
Good morning, JD. Good morning to those in the chat and those who will rewatch the video. I am disheartened that we didn't, we won't have our captain. It is not what we would have hoped for. However, the importance of having quality in depth shows up now because while we don't have a second Andre Blake, we have goalkeepers that have shown sufficient quality to be trusted in the goal in these major competitions. Um, you stop short of mentioning Adai because of Marlon in a previous stream said that he wouldn't be available. We did because of how the stream was structured. It wasn't dealt with as to what made him not available. But Adai played for Jamaica before, so we know his documentation is okay. Um, I don't know if we even if we don't have Adai, I don't know that we still have so big a problem because equal to Boys Clark, because of the difference in levels, I would think that the young goalkeeper that they carried around the team the other day, that
Mm-hmm.
I think he keeps from Mount Pleasant or something like that. What's his name? Shakwan.
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think he would probably be considered since Boys Clark didn't play much game. He would probably be considered within the range of Boys Clark, since Boys Clark plays at a higher level but isn't really fully active for this season. So you would still have weight on those two. And while goalkeeping is best with experience, the kind of technicality and skill that is required, these young men show competency with. So I wouldn't be afraid to trust them, put it that way.
All right. All right. Thank you for that. Then we have some people person just came in. We have Jack Drummond says if we are going to the World Cup, we need another goalkeeper who we and the team are confident in. Chipped out and we come back in.
You chipped out a while ago. I didn't hear anything you
Yeah.
said about another goalkeeper.
All right. Jack Drummond says here. Yeah, man, Samson, best of yourself, man. Thanks for the continuous support, people. Massive, man. All right. Jack Drummond said, if we are going to the World Cup, we need another goalkeeper who we and the team are confident in. So this is an awesome opportunity for another person to build their confidence in the first team. All right, I'm gonna put Adai on the list. Adai on the list. All right, I'm gonna put Ada in the list for now. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna talk on him, but I'm gonna put it on the list. Corey said, "Up, JD. I need to stop bad mind the stream and give a like." Okay, well, Corey, thank you for admitting that you're a bad mind in the stream and you're admitting it. So massive respect. You have made my day just a while ago. Damien says, "Big up to you. Big up, Damien, Morrison. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here." David J said, It's never the same without Blake. Need the next best step up for keeper. Then we have our brother Pagan. Once Pagan is here, you know that the stream starts. Big up yourself, thanks for being here. Alj said, why when a player isn't playing, it's like we wanna dismiss them and on to the next. No, if you know, yeah, Alj, I think that's the reason why people respect our programs like this. I think you can say this is the only place, at least that talks on Jamaica football, that gives you daily updates on players' performances to the T. So when decisions come in, you know that you can expect that what I've said is accurate. Because when you look at the Hector, what he was doing, Anderson, what he was doing, you guys weren't surprised when they're on the list. Hutchinson, what he was doing, you guys weren't surprised. So if I say for Clark, I will drop him down a step. It's just because I have watched what he's doing and what level he's doing it at. And I do believe that maybe sometimes it can stall your progression. That's all. Algie, I understand where you're coming from, but it doesn't, that take don't apply to me. You understand me? That's why I'm not surprised when certain people put in certain performances. All right. Remember when I'm here with Cranky and Cranky tell me that he would use certain centre backs and certain centre backs because they're slow. And I'm saying, Cranky, if they're in the right position, speed doesn't really mean much. You understand me? Because if you're already there, why you need to run up and down being there? You understand me? So you guys should remember, just remember well. All right. Yes. Kevin, bless yourself. Thanks for being here. Tom says, I like weight. Whenever he gets his chance, he shows quality. Yes, I would like for him to be a little bit bigger, Yeah, but that's how it is still. Determined says, good morning, JD and the pastor. Big up yourself, Determined. Hope you are well and in good faith. All right, yes. It might be needed. All right. Shakwan says, Shakwan over Boys Clark, pastor, for World Cup qualifiers. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. But we'll have to wait and see what comes up. That's all. But maybe the immediate future, maybe past have a case because maybe he's playing at a higher level at this point. Maybe. So maybe Pastor thinks that he's tested more. All right. Yeah, maybe. So that's the pastor's take. I will give him an opportunity to speak on that. All right. O'Shane says Corey Adai is my number one. He was impressive. I think he would have been everyone's number one based on how he played for this season. All right. And the skill set as well. Owen, good morning. How are you doing, Big Boss? Samson said, we go to the Nations League without one star player, and we did great. So maybe, just maybe, this is a blessing in disguise. Oh my God. All right. English, big of yourself says, bless up JD and the pastor. Owen said, I'm confident in weight. All right, good. I love to see that. Love to see that. Warrior Triple Seven said, blessed morning. Weight is capable replacement. The ball will move quicker with weight. All right. So a lot of people. I love it. I love it. And I hope Wait watching this and seeing that the Jamaican people definitely have the confidence in him. All right. Reggae Boys abroad, yes, pagan always. So that's what I'm saying. People can't judge me if a player not playing at a certain level. We try to cast them away. No, I've never done that. That's the reason why we built this series. So we don't have to do that. Impressive this season. His team got promoted. Was the best goalkeeper. That is true. Then we have Joseph Brown in the building. Yes, pass. They want to answer Algie, or you don't need to answer him because you see what he
Um,
said.
not necessarily to answer him, but just to reiterate the fact that there are levels to things, and where Saquon would be showing the competency and skill now, Boyce Clark has the experience at a higher level. So the reason I equate them is that Boyce Clark coming back from injury did not play a lot, and Saquon was in the goal at his level that he plays at, and you can only play where you are at. So I think that would kind of equate them. But in terms of experience, which is one of the major factors for goalkeepers, because their experience determine their confidence against major opposition. So yeah, I'm not going to fight with anybody who would prefer Shakwan, but I don't think Shakwan is ahead of him based on where they play.
Okay.
But so yeah,
Nitro says,
just to say though that out of these three, what you would get from an Adai is what you are asking for in a weight, because Adai is big. So as a figure, he seemed more dominant. But we have to respect what the job that Wade has done when he has been given the opportunity.
all right,
So
respect, respect.
I'd be comfortable with the four of them, or three of the four of them, and without too much apprehensions.
All right, respect, respect, Pastor. All right, so that is Andre Blake. We have gotten the answer at least. So if you guys are rewatching the program by this point, let me know if Andre Blake is a big miss and how you would replace him. All right, if you think it's a big miss, and if you don't, let me know just the same down there in the comment section. Who you think it's not a big deal, and who you think is going to directly replace him. So let me move on to the next bit. Thanks everyone for hitting the like button and subscribing and sharing the content. We are 50 away from 11,000. So if you just came in, please do subscribe and get us up there. All right. So the next one we have now, Reggae Girls versus Brazil, 2 games. All right. What is the expectations? Let me just go by giving you the list now. So they have listed some players which is going to be very much familiar to you guys. In goalkeeping department, we have Sydney Snyder, Rebecca Spencer. Both are professional players. Leah Brooks coming through the ranks of the youth, so that is good to see that players coming through the ranks to reach places. Defenders now, you have Kanya Plummer, came back in the team for World Cup, and she's back in the team now. Chantel Swaby, Alice Swaby, two of the best defenders for Jamaica. Danisha Blackwood sometimes can deploy as a midfielder, and in Jamaica team she plays as a left back. Vivian Sampson plays centre back, defensive central. Naya Cardoza, one of the new players them. Lauren Reed, one of the new players them as well, added to the squad in the defending department. Midfield, we have Jade Bailey, one of the new players them that was getting familiar with the team, but obviously kind of got damaged by what took place with the team and the JFF. Juice Spence, one of the big ballers for the team, coming from Spurs as well. Atlanta Primus, Peyton McNamara, and we have Israel Groves, which is the big bus lace god. All right, yes. Yes, hopefully we can see more from her now when she have more quality players. Our players, let me put it different context, players that are ahead in their development, because a lot of people like to feel upset when they use certain words. All right, and then the forward line, we have Tiffany Cameron, Kayla McKenna, Paige Bailey Gill, Trudy Carter, Cameron Simmons, Amelia Van Zatten, Jody Brown, and Davia Richards. So Davia Richards get back some nod right there. All right. So Pastor, based what is the expectation for you and people inside the chat? What is the expectation over these 2 legs for you? What are you expecting to see? And who are
That
you happy to like? Who are you expected to see some good quality football from?
firstly the expectation, because there are a few players that I have big expectations for individually. For the team, that we do not get blown away by Brazil by more than 2 goals in any game.
Okay.
Once we don't lose to Brazil by more than 2 goals in any game, And as well that we are able to establish our style of play on the field. So you see us working through different thirds and channels. If I see that and we don't lose by more than two, I'm okay. Here is the rationale for that. This Brazil team that they are going up against is preparing for Olympics, and the Brazil squad has not yet been finalized. So every player out there is going out there to one. Martha is on her last parados. So everybody is going to play to give Martha a good send off, as well as to make the Olympic team. So it is a no joke, no prisoner style Brazil football team they're going up against. This Brazil team, how they are being prepped, is basically looking forward to be giant slayers. Anybody them face them want to beat.
Okay.
So that is the justification for that. Players I'm expecting to see do well. Um, the Swaby sisters are always giants. The Cardova, is she the right back from the team? I can't remember. Put a face to the name. The new player in the defense line, or the player
Naya
that was,
Cardova. Okay.
yeah.
So you look.
Is she the right back?
Lauren Reed was one of his centre backs. She played centre back. I think she had some little hiccups. I think she was the one that they had the deflected
The
goal.
own goal, yeah, the
Yes, I
own
think
goal.
that is Lauren Reed.
She's
But
a
she's a solid.
quality, but
Yeah,
she's a
she's a solid player.
quality defender.
She's a solid
Yeah,
player. So I never really looked at that because it's football. Things happen in
yeah,
football. You get me? Yeah. So yeah.
yeah. So I'm expecting her to hold her own if she get to play, but I wanted to know if it is the right back from that team that is named Cardova because I was impressed with the right back.
Cardoza, I think Naya Cardoza plays centre back and also she can play out wide as well. I think right back, yes, she can play right back, but she's a centre back, I think. I think.
All right. So I believe that we might shape up with a back three and have Denisha running because we know we don't get the what we so much want in terms of the defense that we get from her. You get energy and she does impact the forward play. Um in terms of in the midfield,
Yes, she can play both position because I'm on our bio now from our club. Yes, she can
mhm,
play both position.
um I would like to see a midfield JD with Spence and Izzy and anybody else.
So
Bec-
Samson, Spence, and Izzy, those are
yes.
three deeper line defensive type midfielders.
No, 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 no.
Um,
I
so
don't
you,
want
you
the
would
three
have used
deeper line
Spence as
together
a creator. You'd have used Spence as a creator.
because she can. No, no, no. I don't want the three deeper line together. But I would want Spence and
I never
Izzy
said I
with.
never said three deeper line here, but you could use them in a three, just in a three
Mhm,
in midfield. So,
yeah,
but you'd have given different function, but they would have still remained their skill sets. Cause Spence
yeah,
is always a good tackler. It doesn't matter if she's playing attacking midfield or where.
yeah,
That could be a very good midfielder, a
yeah.
very
I
strong
would.
midfielder.
That is a solid midfield and would compensate for when Blackwood goes out of position.
Yes, yes, because Samson can play left back, very good,
Yes,
as well.
yes.
Spence can go there as well. She don't have any problem. All three of them don't have really much problem to rotate and
And
slot in different positions.
because Izzy is as mobile as anyone else. But yeah, so
All right.
those are my expectations. The next The next person I'm looking forward to in terms of
Hold on, Pastor.
expectation.
Pastor,
Okay.
remember, we have other people. You have to figure out how to work it, Pastor. When you give a point, let we go to the comment section because we don't want the comment section get away. All right? Yes. So, Wilshire is missing at right back. Yes, Wilshire is a talented, very educated footballer. Really love how she play football, and she was one of the most impressive players at the actual World Cup. No Bailey, no Blake. Who is the next to be out? Is this why Grimmy haven't released the squad? No, no, no. I think every country has problems. You release squads and you keep on improving players. That's why I released the first squad with way more players on it. So when you have problems, so that is no excuse for not releasing a squad. No excuse at all. You release more players, so that means you can take our players off it and then replace them with other players. All right? Yes. Joseph said, yes, Blake is big, miss, but we have capable replacement. All right. So we are, you see, I'm running. I left the chat. Jaden Ibert can be in the squad as the third string since Blake is out. All right. Owen said Jade was injured. That's why she wasn't in the team. JD. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Kiki's sister is replacing Richards. Okay, thank you for that update, Big Boss. And Jack Drummond said, JD, who made this team from the makeshift girls squad? We just named out, I think, which one would you say? Um, Davia Richards, but they said she's injured, so she would be off it. Then you have to go to only what's her name? Lauren Reed. Lauren Reed is the one that you would put in an Easy Grove. Reed and Easy Grove would be the two ones them that came straight back over. All right, so those are the two ones that came straight back over. Which you have a lot of quality players, a lot more quality. All right, so I don't think people should be worried about that. I think others will come in this team the next time around as well. Sakpa said, Jason, how you doing, man? Liam Bailey replacing Andre Blake in goal. All right. So let me know what you guys expect. I would agree with Pastor. I think we want to see some pattern of plays throughout. If we get a win or get a draw, if we get any result, that would be very good. But I am not going into this looking for result because I'm a fair person. You understand me? I want to see some patterns of play so we can say, all right, and this is going to be the future of Jamaica. This is how Jamaica trying to look. So I want to see what the coach can offer going through. So that's what I'm using these two games for. I'm not talking about, oh, we have to go there and beat Brazil. No, 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 no. We will take our time. We just saw Brazil beat Mexico, right? They beat Mexico and they lost to the United States 1-0 and showcasing that they are a very good team. So and they have improved from the World Cup massively. Even though they were very good in the World Cup as well, I think they better than us in the World Cup, and we had a good team, and they were still better than us. We just played away, and because of all results combined, we get the beneficial treatment to go above them because they don't come to any competition to sit back and play defensive football. They are one of the giants, and they played like that, and they lost that way, and they are improving. So I do think they are a better team, and all of us would believe that they are a better team than ourselves. So we winning it directly is not in the pipeline, but getting a good structural setup for the other games coming up, definitely that is my expectations. Players to look out for, as what Pastor says, Easy Grove. I will definitely want to see what she can offer in this team. All right. I think Simmons, knowing that we don't have big ball at Khadija Shah, Simmons would be one that I am looking to really kick on. She have serious talents. I've been watching this girl over a while now. And she always impressed year in year out, and I'm expecting her to get a good run. So if she can get two starts, which I think she might just get it as a central striker in this one, let's see how she kick off. But Izzy Grove and Simmons will be my two players. I know the back line will always consist of the two Swaby sisters, and then now maybe the right back side will come into question. But aside from that, I'm not seeing much changes. In the goalkeeping department, Spencer will start a million time. Snyder will be the backup, and Leah Brooks will be the piece that's coming to learn. So we know that part. So we're just looking from in midfield and also forward. So that is what I am looking forward for. All right. So that is the Reggae Girls coming up. Those games, let me tell you, Those games, let me give you the games. Them what the games should be the June 1st and 4th. So those are the days for the games. We will try our best to get the game, and we will stream the game just the same. All right, we will stream the games just the same. And as you know, when once it's ladies football, we are out here passionate about that game. All right, yes, man. So we are going to be here chopping it up just like the men's game. That's our job. All right. So that is ladies football. Big up to the Reggae Girls. Love that they're back. All right. So hopefully we can see something from them. All right. So the third thing you have on the books now, people. We have Smith Rowe and Reese Nelson. We got some information that we had the people literally telling the guys them there. So that's why I'm glad that we never jumped to conclusion, because now I've gotten video evidence of people telling the players them that, yo, Jamaica, you need to come and play now. So that's why it's not good to jump to conclusion or try to run on to stories first, because you know I've got the video evidence, natural people telling them that, and I assume that the people beside them, after normal patrons walking past, let him know that Jamaica is where they think they know, because look at England squad, look at Jamaica team, look at how great Damar Great looks when he comes here. This is what you need to be doing. And I assume that the people that they came with, which would have been Leon Bailey, Richards, the father of Richards, and others, would have been convincing them to say that this is the way going forward. So I love what I hear, and I have to congratulate the fan base going out there in the dances, telling people that, listen to me, man, support. This is where you should be, and educating them on the matter. So I guess we have made some steps. All right, I never expected that in a million year, but when I saw it for myself, I am very, very happy about that. So what's your take, people, on that? Because we only have to say congratulations to the people, to really get involved of trying to get these guys to play for Jamaica. We never expected that. It was the opposite side. So the fact that people there, selector telling them, boy, Jamaica, you need to play for Innobra, because you see what the thing going on. People in the stadium, even in the dance, telling them that while trying to get a picture from them, the excitement around them, it makes them feel good. And that's what we talked about a couple of days ago. So you see, we never knew nothing, We never knew nothing. I don't think Smith Rowe is eligible at this point, but you never may know what could happen, because things change. The rules kept changing over the years, so you never may know. But the next one, which is Reese Nelson, is available. So the fact that you're doing that, it as what I've said, it's not just the two that you're dealing with. These guys are capable players that are going in big competitions, and they have other players around them that are Jamaicans. So when they go there, they can tell them, oh, the reception from Jamaica was very good. Just like Hutchinson, oh, he told 15, 20 players. And those players were interested in Jamaica right after. You understand me? So don't look at the only face value. Look at, oh, you could have transcended the message. So, Pastor, what say you? Because I guess we are right again.
That JD, as we say it in evangelism, truth don't need help. So once you align yourself with the truth, you'll be right more times than you are wrong. Full stop. It is a welcoming news to hear that regular patrons see them, identify them for who they are, and was able to speak to them in that manner. That's a welcoming. That's what you want to hear. Make them realize that there are those of us who would value their participation, them joining the team. That is, and as we said on the program, there are certain promotions that you cannot put a dollar value to, you can't pay for that, because if you had if the administration had taken them to some high profile place and fetted them, it is not going to carry the same weight as the local persons on the ground. It's two different promotions, so to speak. But when they realize that the people that they will be coming to play for, more than an administration, really, really is chanting their their praise, want them to come. That has value, personal value that money cannot pay for. You know, they want it. So kudos to all who played a part in getting them in those environments, as well as allowing the patrons to display their affection in the way they did. I am heartened by that and thankful that it did happen that way.
All right, all right. Respect for that, Sir Pastor. Yeah, man. I am happy about that as well. Let me get it. Alj said, at least the woman team getting more highlights. Not many YouTubers give them any airtime. JD, for the woman team, but I over my maybe it's ladies football kind of showed people the talent that I do have on the football scene. To be honest, I've covered a lot of competitions over the years, so I would never leave out the ladies football, and I like ladies football. I'm not gonna get too deep in it because every time I say I like ladies football, you guys take it for something else. That is how Jamaica stay. So I covered ladies football because I like it.
Read the
All
next
right,
comment
nothing else.
and you
Because I
will
like
see.
it. All right, because I like it. Don't go anywhere else. That's how the
Read
stay.
the next comment
Yes,
and you will
John and the
see
man
how
them,
you will
them
see how
always
far they're
find a
taking
next
it.
story. They always find a next story. Oh, JD, this and that. No, I like ladies football. I watch youth 15s, 17s, 20. So you can't say it's because of certain things. I have watched it. That's all you know, and I brought you guys here to watch it too as well. All right, good God. Oh my lord. Always. Big up yourself, Mr. Yee. Thanks for being here. Father Bling. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Mr. Man of Valor, big up yourself. JD, your lady return. No, you happy. You see, I told the pastor, it never had to go anywhere further. Once with the ladies them playing, I am here. People saying that, oh, nobody not promoting the girls. I am promoting the girls. No, you're gonna hear that because my lady returned. I told the people, I know how they think. That's what they do. All right.
Is
The
Jaisi
ladies
is Jaisi
return.
in the
The
squad?
ladies return. So I am happy. That's all.
Is
Algie
Jaisi in
said
the squad?
Liam Bailey was going to dances and promoting the matches and them suspended him, JD. So should we encourage it? Is JFF no? Alge, you're lying. You are trying to spin a narrative because you're the head of the pillow gang. So I won't agree with that. Liam Bailey, he wasn't going to any dance to promote no actual team. He was going to dance and doing his foolishness. So that's what led to a suspension. Don't bother with it. What he's doing now is good. We can we can we can we can deal with every situation different and give a man him credit. What I saw him doing now and people interacting with him and could use to possibly get them to play for Jamaica, that is very good. But I'm not going to give it the next part about he was going to that dance. If the people say no should not come out, you come out. It's your problem. Simple as that, Aldrin. So I'm not going to agree with that. Then we have our brother Tennessee in the building. Big up Tennessee. Hope all is well. Then we have Reggae Boyz community. Don't know who that is. Said good morning, JD. Good morning to you. Hope all is well with you and the family. And he said good morning to Big Head Man. So I guess it's a big troublemaker. All right. I don't know who he is, but I don't really care either. All right. Boss Thomas or whatever your name is. Why they put that name that get me in so much trouble in the chat? I feel like they're changing their name to that boss T name, to cause problems. I was looking forward for the left back who played in the last few games. Okay, the twin, the sisters, yes, they would have offered something different, but I don't know what happened. So give them some time before we can figure it out. Man of Valor dying with laughter, boss Thomas, yes. All right. Determined says, come down from there. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, let me leave out the name Thomas. And yes. Bless up, float management. Massive respect. Yes. So big up to Liam Bailey. Big up to the guys and keep on enjoying yourself. And hopefully, hope hopefully it turns out into something good. All right. But the pillar gangs, them, we can't make excuse to bully back something that took place. Let we leave that in the wake and say, all right, for the future, this is what will happen in the future. Reggae Boyz community said, JD, you can't take joke, laugh out loud. I was joking. No, I never said anything. I just said I don't know. I just saw something says Reggae Boys Community, and I don't know who is behind it, and maybe they're calling us two big heads and stuff, for no reason, because we're talking very sane here. I know you could have left out the big head, but if that's what you want to go with, I can't say anything. A lot of people head big in this world. And maybe your head is big as well, but you're hiding behind a little screen, so nobody can see if your head is big. All right, you understand me, Pastor? His head can be big as well, but because we are on the screen, he can just come and say, "Oh, big head." Yes, it's okay. We will take that. Travis, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Oh, you doing, man? Massive respect. And the word is pronounced. What? But you don't give me a pronunciation. Owen, Owen. Jesus God. Roy Richards, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. I am not gonna fight with any man. Jerome 876, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Every week they just come with some things to give our program a lot of trouble. Thanks for the likes and the video, people. Massive, massive respect. Alj said, remember, it wasn't me that said it. Leon said it in the interview. He went to the parties to promote along with other players. But fair enough. All right then. All right, Aldrin. When I know that nothing is wrong with Aldrin, it's just the way of the world, Pastor. Don't want to deviate from the subjects because we have a lot here. When I see people talking about Drake, I have never seen a man provided with so much evidence in front of their faces, and the man make excuse for a human being. All calculus came in for a man kissing a 17-year-old after she told him she's 17. This world that we're in, the pillow gangs, them are criminally underrated. That's what I would say. Yes. So Leon Bailey gang is not as bad as Drake's gang. But I hope when Leon Bailey gets bigger, you guys don't up the excuse as well. All right? Because Leon Bailey gang is fighting for the Drake level. They are in that realm, Pastor. They are there. They are not well.
Um, I am going to make one further step. The former president of the United States, though he is indicted and on trial for 91 counts, still has millions of followers, making excuses for everything that he's charged for. Dare I say anything else? I will leave it at that.
All right. Let we leave it at that. The pillar man them in 2024. Please, if evidence is there, let we stop use excuse them, man. Come on, man. I know you have to ride for your dogs. Or whatever you want, whatever way you put it, but you need to stop ride. All right? And walk for yourself. All right, yes. Yeah, man, no problem, Reggae Boys community. I've just given my take back to it, we have to improvise as people comment, Yes. Algeria die with laugh, but it's the truth. All right, people out there seeing that the pillow gangs of this world 2024 ain't normal. All right, you can't just do anything and you have your fan base and they pick up for you. My goodness, I wish I can have a fan base like that. Oh God.
I don't want a
Working,
fan base like that.
doing I'm telling you. Let me not deviate from the story, but go and watch it, man. You have man, a day ago, obviously, when I'm not going to deviate too far, I'm just going to take 3 minutes out of the time. When you're a rapper and you class yourself as the legendary greatest rapper, I'm going to show you that 2024 is the year of fraud people, and you just get claims for things that you have not done. Drake have a song, Pastor, his biggest song. A man sing it word for word, and Drake took it back and just do it word for word. That is not ghostwriting. That's just copy and pasting. And people still out there trying to make excuse for it. Oh, the calculus of the mathematics. He was the one that is the star. So that's why this video going there. If the guy could have done it by himself, that wouldn't happen. But the conversation people have in if he could be the best rapper of all time. He doesn't even qualify. in any other year but 2024, the year of the pillow gangs. All right, that's all I'm saying. The pillow gang massive just don't care. They make excuse for everything. When you have a short man in the corner, 5'2" or 5'4", named Kendrick Lamar, he just writes. Sit down every day writing book stories and everything. One of the greatest writers in history, and people want to compare him. That could have only happened in 2024. No other year. Here, man's the goat, Jason Ferran, just because him half gas. And it's the year of the half gases. My daughter is half gas, so can't talk too loud. But yes, let me leave it alone because that is a different story. But Jason Ferran is a man of rational speech until he touch Drake. Don't know if it's because him talk patois 2 years in a row, and then him left it for trap London accent. Him ditch patois to London accent. Then he goes to down Atlanta. You understand me? Yes. So Jason, him sell out Jamaica 6 years ago. So him not like Jamaica so much. Just to stop pick up for the man. All right, let me move on. JD is 5'5", so him defending the short people. Okay, well I know I'm not 5'5", and I am 5'5", maybe when I'm what 12 years old. All right, I was taller than 5'5" at 12 years old.
I was
Anyways,
five
let me
five
move
at
on.
15.
You see, we are talking football, and we still have the man
Hmm.
Pillow Gang them fighting for him in our football. This is crazy. Pillow Gang leader, big of myself. Oh my god. Wow. Pillow Gang leader turn up. Oh my god. Anyways, we move on, but this is fantastic. So good work from Leon Bailey. Not so good by Leon Bailey's Pillow Gang. All right. Mr. United, don't tell me that you're following Jason Ferran here. In his delusionary statements, people. All right. Singh, the head of the Pillar Gang, says, JD, I am in a certain country in Asia. There are about 200 people outside my hotel asking me to hook them up with a Leon Bailey jersey. Well, that is very good. Nice, nice seeing Leon Bailey reaching out there. All right, you convince those 200 people sing. I'm just asking. Never said it's not possible. I'm just asking. All right, because I know that you're the heights of promotion as it relates to the Leon Bailey campaign. All right. Webster said, JD, put no man on a pedestal. At you love drama. Drake and the others stars. Okay, okay, okay. It says okay, okay. All right, 200 minimum. All right, good, good, good. All right, Leon Bailey, a Taylor. Pastor, let me move on because you have a specific time of the day when these guys wake up and they're just some heights of troublemakers. All right, yes. So thanks, guys. Love the way you guys are hitting the like button, and we're having some fantastic times. All right, so big up for that. Yeah, man. So let me move on to the others then. We have CONCACAF got a report saying that Greenland wants to join CONCACAF. What you make of that, Pastor? Let me try and get Greenland up here. Where is Greenland? Greenland
I
location, because I can't bother
where
with Jamaica
I want an
play
atlas.
damn
I
Greenland,
want an
man.
atlas
Let me see
to
how
check
far
me.
Jamaica is from Greenland. You understand me?
I want an atlas to
All
remind
right,
me of the
Greenland,
geography.
North America, Europe, Africa, South America. All right, so from Greenland to Jamaica. God damn. If we can't play Canada and play good, 1,873 miles.
1800 is not bad. Is that nautical miles or general, just general speaking?
Pastor, I don't know, Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just know that Greenland is not close to Jamaica. That's all I do know. You understand me? And it doesn't look good like what Jamaicans would have wanted to play in, Pastor. Yeah. I
Um,
don't even want to watch that match
Canada is
because
not
Greenland
close to
might not
Jamaica.
give 50. Eh?
Hold on. Canada is not close to Jamaica. There are several
Yeah,
states
but
in the United States
at
that are
least you
not
can see
close to Jamaica.
Some Canadian Jamaicans to make you motivated, and it's very cool. So,
Greenland is not one of the countries without Jamaicans. There are Jamaicans in Greenland.
So, Pastor, what I've just said, you can see some Jamaicans and feel comfortable. How much Jamaicans you think they are Greenland, Pastor? Tell me 7,000 Jamaicans at
No,
Greenland.
no, 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 no,
A
no, no, no,
five
no.
or four
Maybe
people who have
no, no,
Jamaican
maybe not
bloodline.
even 100. Maybe not even 100. I'm just saying
Pastor,
their
not even
percentage.
100. 100 sound too much. A five or four with bloodline,
At,
not straight
in no
Jamaicans.
no in
When me put
Greenland,
myself got
in
Greenland,
Greenland,
Pastor.
in Greenland, I know
Hold
of
up there, man.
three. I know of three agriculturally trained men who are salt-eating, red-blooded Jamaican men
Okay,
in Greenland.
and then the next one are them pitney.
I don't. I never
Next
get
four.
no news that they have no picnic, but there are. They
Okay.
told me that they met other Jamaicans there, so I'm thinking that maybe a dozen Jamaicans are in Greenland. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know specific numbers, but I know I have three agricultural counterparts that
Why I don't believe
are in
that,
Greenland.
Pastor, still? I
Huh?
understand what you're saying. Mr. United said, JD, free sneakers and drinks and leftover NSA is been given away barely in Jamaica. They will beat you. Oh, God. Greenland for Thunder there. Well, I guess they sent in their approval. So, Pastor, you said you would accommodate Greenland in CONCACAF.
I never said that. I never said that. Which other confederation would Greenland have a pathway to the World Cup as easy as CONCACAF?
All right, so people in the chat, Jason and the man them, Mr. United, Umzo, what you guys, what say you? Greenland, would you accept them in Concacaf or not? Let me know. Yes or no. Just a easy yes or no. Let me get like 50 comments on it. Yes or no, Greenland. Yes or no, Greenland. I just believe that I don't know. They have to play their game somewhere else because once I type in Greenland, let me say Greenland with weather. Today, it's going on to summer now. Weather. Let me see their weather condition. Okay. Pastor, what do you think is Greenland's weather now? Today. Today in
It's going to be rainy to cold.
Pastor, the weather, not rainy to cold. Not don't tell me it's a rain or fall. Pastor, now in Greenland is -1 in summer, in midday.
Hold on. I just got news from Montana on Friday with 5 inches of snow. People get trapped in their house. This is the United States. So what I'm saying is, JD,
Jesus
those
God. All
those
right, Pastor.
constructs to preface the argument, the United States have states with similar weather pattern because it is supposed to be turning to Gulf season in June in Montana, but they're getting 5 inches of snow.
Pastor, sometimes you like to argue everything. Greenland are
No,
one of the
I'm not
coldest places on
arguing, I'm
earth.
just presenting it. No, Greenland is not
Pastor,
a
Greenland
favorable
are
weather
one of the
condition.
coldest places. If that, Greenland is
Yeah,
one of the coldest places on earth.
yeah,
Not here where
it's
you
not a
talk about how
favorable.
much part in America you have one situation. Pastor, I promise you, 30 days in a row, it's gonna be -3 or -4 in a summer. In a summer. It's gonna
Not
be
in
minus
their
three and
summer.
that
No,
no
not
pastor.
in
The
their
minus
summer.
three and four, Pastor, the -3 and 4, is the lowest it's going to be. Where you take up Jamaica and go them place of -4
Well,
and 5 are some of the
hold on.
worst weather in a Belgium.
One of the one of the gentlemen that I was talking about that is in Greenland. He spent no, hold on. He spent 4 years in Russia. Go back to Jamaica. Go do 2 more years in Russia before I go to Greenland.
Okay, but Greenland still cold and Russia just the same. Majority of the parts of Russia is. So it's just the truth. It's one of the
Mm.
coldest place. I'm just saying what I'm looking at people. People said we should give them a chance. O'Shane says give them a chance. All I'm just saying is I don't know where they're gonna play their home games. That's all I'm telling you because that can't be fair to any human being. That's all I'm complaining, people. You can I don't understand I you can take more people in, but the playing games, people, there Jamaica ain't winning one game in Greenland, not one. All if you play against 6-year-olds, we ain't winning no game. They are beating us. They are gonna beat a lot of teams in their home games, and it's not because they are nowhere as good as none of the other teams. But them they can't.
JD, that along with the political reasons for putting Greenland in CONCACAF is my concern. Because I don't believe this is just purely to get them to play football. FIFA and CONCACAF are up to shenanigans. Why don't you put Greenland closer to the continent that they are aligned with?
All right,
Why
Greenland.
CONCACAF?
Let me see who they can play for. Who they could play for now. So Greenland. Let me see who they are closer to. So Greenland closer to who is they close? They're close. Let me see the big map, the real map.
Put them where they
Well,
play against Iceland. We shall see
so
them
you're
weather.
gonna put them in Europe. You're gonna put them in Europe because
Yeah,
Iceland is in Europe,
whoever where Grim come from. Let them play
Yeah,
against where Grim
but
come from.
okay, but maybe because they're gonna start off, they're gonna get 55 love and stuff. Maybe they don't
And that
have
is
so.
the reason they are putting them in. That is a part of the motivation to put them with a weaker confed or a confed that they deem weaker so they can rise fast. It's the economics of it, JD. This is this is
Okay,
this is money. They don't want
okay,
them to struggle. They don't want them to give them the pathway, and then they are struggling to make it. So yeah,
okay. Fair enough, fair enough. All right, so yes, that's what we got. We are gonna follow up the story. Hoping that they unless we can figure out a way because they can easily play in America, their home games. So but I just don't believe that it would have been fair for some people coming from
JD.
the hottest part of our region, the Caribbean, to some of the coldest places on earth to play these
and
teams.
I
You know that
don't
that
and I
seems
don't agree with and I don't agree with the minimizing of any nation's home advantage to suit anything.
But
Football is a
Pastor,
global
the
sport.
reason why they no, but Pastor, that is not because that don't back up the statement. The reason why they put teams closer to each other is because of those conditions as well.
Yeah, I
So if you have
agree.
a ridiculous condition because you're so far away from us, that's the perfect definition why you should not be in the same confed.
Every reason for them to put them to play against Iceland where Grim come from.
Yes.
Because they have similar weather conditions. You
Yeah,
understand?
man.
You understand the point I'm making? To,
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
not
yeah.
have to take away their home advantage, put them where their home advantage is not so greatly disadvantageous to their opposition.
Yeah, 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 man. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think they should be in Europe. They shouldn't be try coming to Concacaf. Stay in Europe, man.
The only
Yeah.
reason for them coming, or the major reason for them coming to CONCACAF is so they can rise in the football spectrum very fast. That's the
All right.
that's the major reason I would see. So my answer to do we accept Greenland in CONCACAF would be a definitive no. Stop on the shenanigans.
All right, all right. As you said, I think all the weaker teams should be in one basket, and the top three tackles the rest of the world. Ty, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Travis said we not playing no home game overseas, bro. At JD. No, we are talking about Greenland. How we would have worked them out to get in Concacaf. The only sense that would have made is to put them somewhere in Texas, then put them in Texas, let them play a home game in Texas.
Eh?
So that other people,
Greenland
it could
can
get
play 40 minutes in a Texas. You know what is what temperature at Texas?
yeah. Well, at least we are coming together to fight a battle. So we know Texas is warm. All right,
Temperature is
places in
way
Texas
hotter
are
than
cold.
Jamaica.
Pastor, but you have places in Texas that gets cold as well. So you put them closer to that
Um,
temperature.
no, Texas and cold don't go together.
Okay, so snow no fall nowhere in Texas. Cause me I go find that show.
JD, the snow that falls in Texas,
It's
Texas
it's
lowest
warm.
temperatures. Texas lowest temperatures are not temperature where they call cold. When when Texans are ball for cold, it
Pastor,
drop
we don't
below
want to
30.
draw out the conversation here. But ask you a simple question. Just answer it so we can move on to the rest of the chat.
Little snow falls in different places in Texas. I am saying Texas and cold as a state. Texas is not one of the states where you
Oh,
say
okay
cold.
then. Well, I was just trying to find something. All right. Yes. But snowfall in Texas. That's all I'm saying. So I don't
Yeah,
care what you're going to tell me.
there are
They
sections
could
of
have played
Texas
in
where get little
Texas.
snow, but it don't make the state associated with cold, JD. Cold weather
All right.
and Texas never
I
together.
will find a location in Texas which I think we can get there, other teams can get there, and them can get there. Well said. Approximately 4 years ago, I was watching a documentary and was shocked to see Jamaican chef working at the scientific research station in Antarctica. I heard about something like that. Yes, so you might be right there, but we're talking about the numbers of people. Wells, you know. English said, if they come, they would have to deal with the heat in the Caribbean and altitude in Mexico. So you're saying that well, CONCACAF would be the most diverse confed in on planet Earth. All I'm telling you, nobody wants to play Iceland where they are. Because remember, people complain about Canada, because Canada finds some of the coolest places to bring people, You understand me? The last time they tried, yeah, let me fish here. Greenland, yes, JD, we will have to deal with their conditions. Okay, so people said, yeah, okay, a lot of people disagreeing with us and saying yes. Bring them come. All right, yes. Dirty Harry said Greenland is right beside Canada. So that might be the reason, and them might have indoor stadium to avoid weather. All right, all right, all right. He's looking at that. All right, so I guess a lot of you guys would accept them. All right. Well, I hope they don't have any big ballers there, because all I know, we're not winning a game. If that's the case,
JD, there is no country in Europe without big baller.
I have not heard any Greenland big baller.
There is no country in Europe without big baller. If the sport is played there, they have big baller. Plus,
Oh,
plus migrants from Greenland go other places in Europe.
that's what I was just
So
trying
they
to
can,
say, Pastor.
yeah.
People can get married and stuff. All right, so guys,
Mhm.
we are close to 100 likes on the video. Massive respect for that. That is great. But let me try up the ante on the likes. Let me try go for 150. We still have 50 more minutes to go to reach 2 hours. So let me try go for 150 on the likes over that time. All right. So when the video finishes, it's ranked high, so we can get more people to click on it. So we would need at least 50 odd more likes. We have an good part of the program to go in. Greenland play football at Chevis. I don't know what they play, but if you go on CONCACAF, that's the story that I'm seeing, and it's on Twitter as well. It was trending last night on Twitter. We saw some of our American brothers talked about it as well, and I just said I'm gonna put it in my stream to talk on it. JD, Greenland will have most of their players coming from Denmark. Okay, yeah, so obviously, right now, I'm not even caring how people get big ballers, because if you open up a new country to football, they're gonna just get some people to come and marry their women, and they have already married the woman and living in a different country, and they just come over here
Mhm.
and play for the country. So they can always find big ballers. You just find out say
Mhm.
Greenland is equally as good as Canada within 2 years, and you're wondering what's going on, and they never had players. So yeah, that is true. That is true. But I'm just hoping that if they want to bring more teams, just bring them then. Simple. I never expected the people to react like that. And they're saying bring them come. All right. I love that. Love that. All right. But that's madness though.
I don't
I
love
would
it. Too much
I would love to
politics.
see the pastor. I would love to see those games. Jamaica playing in Greenland. Jamaica versus Greenland. -17.
JD, 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 do you realize that Jamaica present team doesn't have homegrown advantage anymore in Jamaica?
But pastor,
Because
pastor,
because mhm,
Pastor, Greenland is not England. There is no part of England 50% as cold as Greenland, even at the coldest time. You have to have some ridiculous freak storm for it to be over -8 to -12. Greenland, let me give you Greenland's worst temperature. The coldest,
minus
coldest.
75.
Coolest, Pastor. Let me go
Minus 75.
here. Yeah. I'm gonna give the people, and then I'm gonna try and get it, um. All right. Good Lord. Ah, but I know that game's so deep, band.
What
Greenland,
them show up as then coolest weather?
ever, ever.
Because I'm thinking minus 75.
All right. I don't know how to do it in the conversion of Americans. You have to do it in the conversion of American. But for degrees Celsius, it is minus 70. Minus 70. My fridge is on minus 28, and everything in that fridge is frozen over the top.
JD, pause for the cause. Pause for the cause. Winter, hello, pause for the cause. Winter 2022-2023 in Montana. Monsieur Lance Leodolph Blake was doing transportation duties
Jesus God. Here,
from Bozeman, Montana to the Big Sky Mountain. You know what the temperature was for 7 consecutive days?
yes.
Minus 75.
But Pastor, that minus 75, mind you're talking American
No, 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 no. I'm talking
temperature there.
degrees Celsius. I'm talking
In
degrees
Fahrenheit,
Celsius, JD.
it's minus 93. So give me the minus, Pastor. Give
I
me the
am
minus.
saying the wind chills took the temperature down to minus 75 in Montana, United States.
So, Pastor, if you're minus 70 wind chills, that take it to all minus 80.
No, 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 no. It's not every day. It's not every day the wind chills does that, JD. Sometimes the wind chill is like a 5% difference. But when you have these storm weathers, it gets crazy. And I'm talking United States. So if that is the platitude that you don't want them to come to CONCACAF, Canada and the United States already have those weather conditions.
Well, I've never seen nobody play, in those weather conditions,
No, no,
and
no.
this
Hold
is
on, hold
normal
on.
condition.
At elevation in Montana, which is higher than the Blue Mountain in Jamaica, I was playing a football match.
Jesus God,
In the
Pastor Patrick,
temperature
educate
was the
himself.
temperature was the temperature
Talk
was
legalist.
the temperature was in the 40s, and they were saying excellence of excellent,
You know,
and that is at
Pastor,
elevation.
Pastor, just stop the Pastor. Pastor, well, I've explained my point. The people don't want to stress. It's not welcomed. That's all I'm going to say. Jesus Christ.
But you have two CONCACAF.
People don't follow
What did
Pastor.
Canada do to us the other day?
Minus
What
70
did
is
Canada
not
do to us the other day?
realistic. People don't follow past the minus 7 is not the 70 is not realistic. Jamaica goes from 20 normal weather from 22 to 38 per year. 38 degrees. That's what Jamaica goes from 22. If you drop to 19, you're freezing in Jamaica. When it dropped to 20 around 2 years in December, 20 a man have a big coat out the door in a GBX 1997. All right? We are talking about 85 degrees different from that. No, 85 degrees what? I'm talking about 95 degrees different. Cola.
And I am
People don't
saying
follow pasta. All right?
when I left Montana September last year to go to New Jersey, and I hear the New Jersey people them down there a ball so then cold. Mr. Hello, I'm only in my undershirt in New Jersey, and people are holler, why they cold, they cold, they cold. I mean, I say, this is whether we play football in Montana. Please do better.
All right. So, Father Bling, agree with you. Greenland in CONCACAF strongly disagree. Make them stay in Europe. Or yeah, find somewhere else. We can't. We have Canada already. We don't need someone else. That's all I'm saying. So people, if you rewatch this, let me know if I don't have a case pastor trying to argue for argument's sake. There is no way you can leave from 32, an average of 32 degrees in a country, to the average of minus 20,
I'm not arguing the
minus
case
20.
for Greenland to
It's
come into
just too much of a
CONCACAF.
big swing.
I'm not arguing the case for Greenland to come to CONCACAF. I'm simply saying we
No, you're
have
just
two
trying to find
CONCACAF
some other things
members.
that people don't want to
No,
care
no, no.
about.
We have two CONCACAF members who have similar conditions and they have
That
treated us
is not true,
wickedly
Pastor.
in the
And it's
past.
not true. I am telling you, Pastor, it's not true. Because you're saying similar conditions.
Yes,
Similar mean consistent, because Greenland is actually a consistent minus 20. Where on planet
JD,
Pastor, tell me where there's a
Montana is
minus
not
consistent
consistently
minus.
minus
Pastor,
20,
let me
but
speak. Let me
for
speak.
about
You
four.
speaking as me the same time as me. Now make it right, Pastor.
No.
You're not gonna win this war. Tell me where we are play football at -20 consistently.
We never said we are playing football at minus 20
So that you play
consistently.
me as a pastor because
No,
the
no,
whole
no,
country are
no.
not
What
full of
I'm
mother.
saying, JD, what I'm saying, we have two CONCACAF neighbors who have treated us wickedly in the past in taking us into adverse conditions, which are similar to Greenland. That's just what I'm saying.
But pastor, that is not true because
United
we have a
States can we go some state, go play ice ball,
yeah, but that's
and Canada do the
-5,
same.
Pastor. That's tell you -5. Look at the last time in Canada when we get 4, and we're gonna get 25. I need -5. That we are talking about
Yes.
-20 now. That
Mhm.
we can't. I'm gonna tell you, say them foot a broke. Them tell about the experience. Now you're gonna talk about an average of -20. That means you can go there on a -35. I could have indoor freezing anything. It's just not gonna be livable. That's all I'm gonna tell the people. All right, Greenland can't even grow grass. What you all arguing about? All right, all right. We explain it. All right, so people, I am not for Greenland to be here. All right, because they're not gonna have any home match, so I don't even know where that conversation came from. All right, even if they're gonna build closed stadium, I am still not for it. All right, it's just not gonna work. All right, so let me move on to the next one. Pastor, are you okay? Because we're not seeing your video. So if you're not here, just jump off and jump back on. So let me take out the pastor for now until he comes back on. All right, so Pastor will come back on, guys. So the final part of the show that we have, all right, massive respect for the likes, people. Keep on eating up the likes. As we said, 150 should be at least the target, so we can get more when it finishes. All right. Um, we had a conversation yesterday, right? And then I went over to African's channel. So you guys can go over there and watch African. I do work with him from a long time. So I don't want to hear people come and said I wasn't going to work with anybody. I've said specifically Jamaica space. That's what I've said. And I work with Africans naturally. All right. So people don't question that. I'm just saying you could go over there and then we have a conversation, a good conversation. It was CONCACAF best 11. And I want to do that now. I'm going to do it 2 times because I'm going to do it when I have it on the screen and I'm going to do it at the back end right here. English said, Pastor, stop the foolishness. Russia and Antarctica have similar weather, not the United States and Canada. Greenland forgot play with penguins and polar bears. Yes, but but we're not going to argue, Pastor. He thinks he can talk to himself out of everything. So I will leave him alone right here because I know he's wrong and him still a try fight the cause. Just leave it, the pastor, man. The man them should not be here, and it's because of what I've just said. All right? Yes. That's all. JD said ice floating in the sea in summer. Why if it's -1? If it's -1, no. I don't know how warm it's going to get. Yes. So, anyways, no. We want to set up something, Pastor. Yesterday, man, I'm telling you, I've made a list of my players, them. And you have some Jamaicans came over Africans channel and still try to give me wrong. So I'm going to pick the best 11 players in Europe from CONCACAF. All right. We have a few Jamaicans in it, all right, that can argue this, but I think it's a good conversation. Let me see FM data, so I can get our FM data. All right, so squad builder. All right, so we're gonna use two deeper line midfielders. Oh, we can say one. Yeah, put one. All right, 4-3-3. We're gonna use. All right, so in goal, based on performances, I came down to two players only. Unless you're going to put, I think I can add three now. I can add three now and add Adai on it because Adai surprisingly you don't have so much best good performers in Europe as a goalkeeper. So Adai would go on this. So you have Slonina. Slonina is a young sensation that comes from Chelsea. He's an American, rapidly rising. I think within the next 4 years, he's gonna be United States best goalkeeper. I think he's already the best goalkeeper, and I think he's better than Turner already. He plays for Kassupen in Belgium. He had a very good season. I think he might just go back to Chelsea at the start. Matt Turner and Adai. Those are the three I am working with. Who you're going to pick out of the three guys? Because yesterday, I wanted to go for Slonina, but I am saying that because Chewy does that the experience, I went for Matt Turner over him. But to be honest, I have had a change of heart. I think Slonina had the best season from a European, a CONCACAF player playing in Europe. Slonina. And he's also a young kid, young kid for United States. You guys know him. He played in the World Cup and he's from Chelsea. Chelsea. He's on loan. Slonina, Gabriel Slonina, Cassiupen. His rating this year is 7.08. Last game he got an 8.7. In the last 4 games he had an average of 7.2 every game. 33 games played, 33 starts, 90 minutes. All right, I think he's impressive. Really like that player, and I think Chelsea should take him back now. All right, yes. Slonina, I think I'm gonna give him. I think Slonina performance was better than Adai and Matt Turner. Adai would have come in strong second, but because Matt Turner playing in the Premier League, it's a little bit different. So who are we going with, Pastor? I am not hearing you, Pastor. We're not hearing you.
When a goalkeeper gets that consistent, it's hard to fight against them being their inclusion.
Even with him being 20 years old, just
Yeah,
20 years old, because he's
yeah.
just 20. He was 19 last week.
I mean, I I don't have those kind of conversations where we fight against performances like that. So it would be a matter of preference because I too would have a die over Materno. So for those who want to go with Slonina as the goalkeeper, yeah, not going
All
to fight
right.
that.
All right, so people, we can give it to Slonina, don't, because you guys always said Whisper should be in the team based on his performance. So today, Slonina might just be the best. I saw Chris says Cardiff keeper was good, but Slonina, he's 19 years old, just 20. I think he's 1 week in his 20th birthday, after his 20th birthday. But we have to give it to the youth because the youth went out on loan and showcased that he's a big baller. We saw it from the U20 World Cup, how highly they rated him, He was a wonder kid from around 16, So he's doing very good. Matt, because he has more experience. That's what I did yesterday. But Matt played 17 games in the Premier League. He never even played out a full Premier League season, and he had some errors there. And if you watch Slonina pass out at the back way better. His controlling of the game is way better. Range kicking is very superior, and he is very tall as well. He's 193 centimeter. I think he's taller than that, or he's going to grow taller than that because he hasn't finished growing. So I think he will be 6 and a half, soon. So very good goalkeeper, man. So we have to give credit to people that have done the job. It doesn't matter if he's 2 years old. He did this well, and we have to put him. So Slonina gets the pick. I'm surprised that they never actually um that they never actually pick him for the USA team. I'm very surprised that they never pick him for the USA team. You know, I don't know if he has to go and play in maybe U20s or something. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe he has to play U20s. Because remember, he still has the age. So maybe he has to play U20s or something. I'm not hearing the pastor.
Without knowing the details of their policy conditions in the United States, you see, when you're spoiled for talent, it's a thing, because they would have what they consider quality goalkeepers, so they don't want to just displace them. But that kind of stifles the advancement of the young talent that they have, which could be crippling if not managed properly. It is one of the reasons I support Brazil always having a 17-year-old going to World Cup. Yes, we know they have quality, but you have to find a way to factor the young quality that's available in your selection. So And I'm going to bring it home to use an example that kind of make it applicable to us. Like the young goalkeeper at Mount Pleasant and Connor Boyce Clark, to have them circulating within the senior team is to maintain their hope. So they play at that level, and their aspirations, and those others younger looking on are not thwarted in any way by the absence of these young ones. So I believe United States may have missed a trick not selecting him.
Or maybe um or maybe that's the way they approach things, and they don't just
Maybe
say
that's
they
their
bring
policy
spots.
thing. Yeah.
Yes, they don't, they
Mhm.
fade out people then bring in others. Maybe that's the way they do things, which is very much different from we, very
But,
much different
but
from we.
the thing is, I wouldn't. I don't think I so much like waiting till you fade out people to bring people in.
Agreed,
I don't
agreed.
like that method, but it could be the method that they're
for
using.
such for such a special talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, for such a special talent. But people, at least we're learning how people do things, because he's definitely the highest rated keeper, but he's 1920. So definitely he's way too young, and they always said the older goalkeepers get is the better they do get. But definitely this kid is showing that, because if he goes back to Chelsea, which he's going to go back there, because clearly his season that he puts in warrants him to go back there, and they don't have the goalkeepers that they are looking for. All right, let me just get through the comment section right here. Ideal said a football match takes place in Tassilak, Greenland, on a pitch surrounded by stunning scenery, including deep blue iceberg, peppered water, and snow-capped peaks. Okay, I still don't want to be there. Craig says, "Wow, big of myself."
He's an
David
artist.
says,
He's an artist. He's painting a picture.
all right, all right. Craig, big of yourself said, JD, it bodies to your point on whisper. Yes, yes. Michael Thomas, or whatever his name. Michael, thanks for being here. All right, top of the morning. Yes, we will see Mr. Jason right after. But yes, I saw him. But Michael, big of yourself. Don't follow Jason. That's what he's here for, to give trouble. But I saw that he recruited you already to be on his side. He wasn't picked due to the clone Coach Berhalter. Okay, okay. So they did not pick him. Okay, wow. All right, but that's good to know. So right back now, some of the best performers. Remember, we're dealing with Europe. So in the right back department, Pastor, we have Sergio Dest, played around 24, 25 games, but got injured, took and had surgery. Dexter Lembekisa, Alistair Johnson, George Sanchez, Joe Scully, Lati Bodier, Lati Bodier, those are the one, two, three,
You
four,
called
five.
five names. Give
Five
me,
you have to choose
give
from.
me two. I missed two of the ones you called.
Sergina Dest,
Hmm.
America. Lembekisa, Jamaica. Alistair Johnson, Canada. George Sanchez, Mexico. Joe Scully, we saw in the United States versus Jamaica game, America. Latibodier, Jamaica.
Sancho is the Mexican.
Yes. For me, it came down to two players, Dest and Alistair Johnson. Alistair Johnson playing for Celtic in Scotland. He had a fantastic season, but Dest had the best season of everyone. But he only played 25 games, 24 games. He got injured. So I can't. So that's why, and what I saw from Alistair Johnson, I thought that it was good enough to rival it. Latibodier had a good season where he became the captain for Coventry. So you could put him in it. Joe Sanchez and Scully had solid seasons, but Scully, I think he has some. You can pass him and cause us a lot of problems. So what you saw in the USA versus Jamaica game is similar to how we saw his season played out. So that's why I brought it on to Alistair Johnson and Johnston and Dest. Who are you going with? You are going with
Uh,
Dest over Johnston or Johnston?
I like to judge a player for what they do. And the fact that injury curtailed his season,
Oh God.
it takes down some points, but I don't think it should be brought to bear where you lose your place because of it. If it is in a goal count, like if it was a forward and a goal count, then they lose the number one spot because the other person had time to score more goals. But your performance is your performance for the time you were performing. And I believe 25 games is a credible amount of games for an assumption or a decision to be taken. You know, so um, I might go with Alistair Johnston, but only because he had more consistent in the season, more games consistent in the season. But I don't like it, JD, when we have to take a decision based on a season shortened by injuries.
Yeah,
I just
I've
think
learned that, Pastor, because they did the same with Omari. Omari Bell wanted to give him 580 points. You know, so we have learned that. We have learned that. So yes, so Johnston went over Dest, but it was very close because Dest is a very good footballer. But yeah, people went for Johnston. Availability is important.
that's Alistair Johnston,
All
right?
right. I wouldn't pick Dest. The dude throw tantrum when provoked. So red card risk. All right. Jevan says that because he got a red card for United States, he's not picking him. All right. So Johnston got the nod. So we have two. We have a Canadian and a USA player so far out of the two picks. Let me go to left backs now. This is where we had fights. So left backs, here in left backs pool. Alphonso Davis, Canada and Bayern Munich. Robinson, Fulham and United States. Amari Bell, Jamaica and Luton Town. And Rezian Ups, Italy and Suriname. So those are the four left backs. We
Give
have
me the fourth
Italy.
name
We
again.
never want.
Give me the fourth name again.
I don't think Greg Lee's season was so good for we to put Greg Lee in it.
Give me the fourth name again.
Rezian Ups from Suriname.
Apps.
Yeah. And we have Alphonso Davis and Robinson. Robinson was up for one of the best players, best player overall for CONCACAF. A lot of people gave Robinson the best player for CONCACAF over Leon Bailey inside our own shot.
You see, again, I have to contend with an injured player, but these other guys would have done.
Pastor, Amari Bell just made the list on the paper, Pastor. We don't want
That's
Amari
what I'm
Bell should
saying.
never
That's
be,
what I'm saying. With
even
it,
with
with
him not being injured. He was never in the conversation, Pastor. I'm not going to fight for
JD,
you.
if he was never in the conversation, he cannot be just making the. I
Yes,
don't do
we put
administration
four
like
to
that.
five on the list. We put four to
No, no,
five.
no, no,
Pastor,
no, no.
Pastor. Um, Amari Bell was never close to good as Robinson and Alphonso Davis. I am very
JD,
sorry.
JD, and I'm going to say this. I don't administrate like that. You have to value your place to be on the list. I would rather go with two. And you can check my credentials as it relates to you can check my credentials as it relates to church administration when we have elections for the officers list to be dealt with. I Before I put somebody there just for a space holder, I leave that office empty.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all
So
right.
so I would be, if that is the consensus of you and those in the chat, I will scratch Bell from the
Thank you,
list.
Pastor. Thank you, because you have a conversation. Remember, our program is not for just me to come here and blabber and
Yeah.
talk between each other. Better me just call you on the phone and do that. Other people
No, no.
watching, so I have to
Yeah.
make people know that these are the players running. I can't just name two big players, and you understand it don't that don't make no sense. That means you just picked out the best players and just show it there. No, people don't believe it that you watch football then. Because obviously, when I'm having an argument about Amari Bell, no people know that you watch the players then. You understand?
Yes.
Yes. So that's why we put more than four
So
on
your
on top of.
statement, so your statement is not so justified then when you say he's not in the conversation. He's in the conversation, but not at the same level of the others.
He's not in the conversation of winning pasta. It came down to two players, Alphonso Davis or Robinson. We're not giving you any Jamaican bias because you're just desperate to throw a Jamaican on it because they're Jamaican.
No,
So
I
don't
am
worry.
not the one that put the Jamaican on it. What the
No,
Jamaica then?
it is
But
CONCACAF.
I will go with
The
Robinson.
list, the
I
list
am
are
not
nice and
prolonging that
long.
conversation because that
The list are so
conversation is
long, Pastor. Yes, go
that
ahead.
conversation is attacking my character and it is not justified. So I will go with Robinson. It is
Robinson, you're going for. All right. All right.
yes.
So Jaro says Robinson is going with Craig dead with laugh. Omar Fowling says Alphonso Davis. I wanted Alphonso Davis on my team, but people say that they can't put Alphonso Davis over Anthony Robinson, and I'm saying I've saw Robinson played sometimes, man, and he's
But
good, but
JD, hold on. While you're selecting a team, if you're doing it based on the performance in the season, that's one thing. If you're doing it on the quality and dimension that a player, if you're factoring in rather, not just purely on that, the quality, the dimension that a player offers, formulating a team, I would go with Davis. I believe
yeah, but
Davis.
Davis is the biggest baller pastor in the entire region. But people
I
say that
I would I would
you're
go with
going with
him.
Robinson. All right,
No.
all
I
right.
would go with Davis over Robinson when I factor in the kind of
Yeah, but
dimension that
pastor,
a Davis.
pastor, we don't a season performance. You see a Robinson, and everybody in our chat say Robinson. So I would want to pick Davis, but people fight out Davis. So we're gonna leave Davis. All right, we're gonna leave Davis and give Robinson. All right. Idea said JD. The easy way to like is just to hold the screen, and the like button will pop up. Let me check that feature to see if that's the case. So guys, the easiest way to like the video, they said it's to hold the screen. So let me try it. Yes, I think it works, people. So if you hold your screen with your thumb for a second, the likes will pop up on it. Like the like option, the share option, and the subscription option. So people don't tell me that you can't find the like. Just hold the screen and the likes will pop up. Massive respect, ideal for that. So I can start telling people how to like it. So it shouldn't be hard for you to do that. Just hold the screen for a minute. You will see the subscription, like, and the share button. And you just hit it right there and run to 150 easily. Chris Smith said, JD Robinson must make it, put Davis in left midfield. But that's a problem now. If we go to left midfield, other people performing in left midfield and Davis' numbers don't match up with them. Davis' numbers is better than Robinson's numbers. As it relates to goals contribution, but Robinson's season was more stellar throughout. That's what they said. So we'll put Robinson in. Ooh, now we're going to talk about Jamaica now. Now we're going to talk about Jamaica, people. Now we're going to be talking about Jamaica. Um, center backs, guys. The center backs are enough. All right. So we have Ethan Pinnock, Tim Ream, Ethan Pinnock of Brentford, Jamaica. Tim Ream of Fulham, United States. Chris Richards plays both central defensive midfielder and also centre back of Crystal Palace, United States. Bernard, Sheffield and Jamaica. Stefano Denswell, Suriname. All right, so those are the guys you're going to pick your team from. So you have to pick two out of it for the two centre backs. All right, based on their performances this year. So let me go through the name again: Ethan Pinnock, Tim Ream, Chris Richards, Deshaun Bernard, and Stefano Denswell. Those are the centre backs in Europe. Made the list. Which two you guys are going for? JD Davis can't bench. Well, Chris Smith, that tells you the man them go with what they saw. And I've seen American benched him. Your volume very low. Can you turn it up? Let me see if I can do so. Because maybe it's my all right. I've tried. Then Val, I've tried. All right. All right. Pinnock and Richards as the center backs. That's what they said. Based off performance, we're based off of performance over the calendar. So club and country. So you put them together and see who gets the best. All right. I think it was always I think the two favorite ones was Pinnock and Richards. Yes, but Bernard played well. Bernard plays well as well so far. Stefano Denswell plays well for both Suriname and his club. So it's a good one. Tim Ream, people had Tim Ream high up the table. He does perform, but he was injured a few times this year. But Ethan Pinnock was injured. Ethan Pinnock played more games and definitely he played at a higher level. Yes. So how you guys are going with it? I think Ethan Pinnock makes it out of it. And are are we saying Chris Richards? Let me see what people saying. All right, Pinnock and the Ream. Oh wow, over Chris Richards. Damn. Chris Richards, I think Chris Richards might just be up there with everybody saying Tim Ream. Okay, Jaro said Pinnock and Richards. All right, so we are getting Pinnock and Richards now. I so Dima, why you don't go for Richards? Is it because he plays defensive central a lot of times for Crystal Palace? Because I think his season was as good as Ethan Pinnock, in both positions. So I want to know why you guys not really feeling Richards. Because I think Richards out right now. Richards have the highest ceiling in the centre back position in the entire CONCACAF. Pastor, you're muted. You're muted, Pastor.
I went with Pinnock and Richards.
Pinnock and Chris Richards.
Hmm.
Okay. Demo said he goes against Richards because Richards played too much midfield this year. All right, that is fair. That is fair. But that tells you his skill set. You know.
But JD, what that does is give you a second CDM when he step up.
Because if that's the case, that means Richard's getting the CDM position. Because if you guys are not going to rank him as a centre back, Richards is going to get the CDM position because no, Richards have to fight with Alvarez from oh my, oh Lord, no.
JD,
You guys are failing the team. They are failing the
JD,
team.
I am
We have to
for
put
the
him in
reason him not select Richards. For
because
the
we're
reason
not
he
going
don't
to have
select Richards.
Pastor, we're not going to have a selection with Alphonso Davis and Richards not making the team. Because you see what they're doing? They're pushing them in position that you have to pick one or two of the best performing players them in the region. Come on, Demo. Oh, Lord, Demo. We have to put him
I
as a
am
centre
sticking
back.
with Richards for the reason Demo is not selecting him. Again, JD, the kind of quality that they offer is going to make them play. I don't mind having a defensively solid team because the same read that the CDM reads, my centre back getting that read, that means once him see the CDM in place, that the shop lock. Richards may I go with. That
All
the
right,
shop
so
lock.
Demo, I understand your take, Demo, which is valid. But Chris Richard played centre back as well, and he was just as good as defensive central. So I want to say that he was still better than Stefano Denzel and Bernard and Ream. I still believe that he was above all of those guys. All right, big up Bessas documentary. Yeah, man. So Richards make it. Richards is one of the highest level talent. Defensive central now. Let me go for defensive central now, Pastor. So defensive central is stacked, people. We have Alvarez, Eustaquio, which plays as a deeper line, not necessarily defensive central. So Tyler Adams, Tyler Adams. Those are the two we're gonna put in it. But you can use others deeper line, which is Eustaquio, Musa, and Kone. So Kone, Alvarez, Eustaquio, Musa, and Tyler Adams. Those are the guys. Tyler Adams, I don't think he played enough games for this season. Obviously, once he played, he looks very good. Richards is from United States, Denver. He's from United States. Very young kid. Very good young kid, man. Young kid. He's very, very good. Very, very good. Think he might just be the highest rated centre back in our region. No, okay, well, no. If you put Richards now, he would have to go up against Tyler Adams, Kone, Eustaquio, Alvarez. Um,
I went with Alvarez.
Alvarez I went with Alvarez as well. I think Tyler Adams never did enough to run with him. Eustaquio is not a true CDM. He's a more box to box midfielder. Yeah. So that's why I went. Kone season was good. He's playing at Watford, but not as good to rival Alvarez. I don't know why people hating on Alvarez so much. They said that he never played good. for West Ham, but I doubt that one. I think he was much better than what people says. All right. So no, we can't. No, Craig. Oh, you can play. Let me tell you how much. Let me give you Tyler Adams. I know when he plays, he looks very good because he's a very good player. But goddamn man, Tyler Adams play 4 games or 5 games, included Jamaica against Jamaica. And he played 20 minutes against. Okay, see, not even 4 games. He played 3 games in the Premier League. 3 games. All right, and around couple games for his country. All right, so 3 games and a few games for his country. So Tyler Adams played like 7 games. So it was between Richards and Alvarez. Richards at CDM was better than Alvarez. No man, two of them is good player, man. Demon, Jesus, God, demon, man. Oh God. No, Alvarez was more consistent than Richards at defensive central. Slightly better. All right, slightly better, but both of them were very good. Two of the best, hands down. All right, yes. So Alvarez gets it. Don't know what Dima have against the Mexicans. All right, obviously because he's Jamaican and he's in America, so that's why the bias. Yes. So he wants more American and Jamaicans in it. And so far, it's just Jamaican and American. All right. The Americans are dominating the list. So this is fair, guys. 6 players selected, and we have a mixture. Only one Jamaican made it so far. Can't rate him if even if I haven't seen him. I be lying. Yeah, man. But you guys saw Tyler Roberts in Jamaica game. And because he was so dominant in the games coming on, that's why you guys are saying, oh, let me pick him because he played 2 games good against 1 game good against Jamaica and played good in the finals as well in limited minutes. So we know the quality of the player, which is maybe he's slightly the
He
best
doesn't
player
have
against
enough for
Central.
me to make. He doesn't have enough for me to make a judgment call
Yeah,
on him.
man.
I'm not selecting no
Six
Adams.
games,
No,
6 games can be five
no.
or 6 games per season, and I
To
never
a man
seen
will play
Richard
20
start
plus
every
games.
game.
That's no, no, sir.
Mirak said Richards was better than Alvarez at CDM. God damn. All right, I'm not gonna fight with them. Mirak,
But the same
Alvarez
measure,
at
JD.
CDM
But the
because
same
he
measure,
can play
JD.
centre back.
The same measure, JD. The same measure. Richards played half of his game in
A little
midfield.
bit more than half, a little bit more half.
You understand? So you're measuring an entire output in
Yes,
CDM
yes.
against. I don't believe that is a fair shake for
Yeah,
Alvarez.
yeah, man. Believe me, it is not. It is not as close. I think my boy was way better than Richards at CDM over the entire season because he played so much games. Let me give you the games. Richards at CDM. Let me get it for you. But he's a good player, He's a good player, 24-year-old. Yeah, center back, defensive central. All right. So let me see how much games he played. Defensive central this year. All right. So he played overall in the season. He played 26 games. 26 games, and he played 16 games at the CDM. 16, and he switches in the games as well to play center back. So he played 2 games center back and CDM. So 14 games total at CDM and 2 games at a mixture. So you work it out at least 26 games. All right. So he played more as a CDM than a center back.
Fair enough.
All right. So Mirak says at one point Alvarez was so bad he got dropped, but 1 point he was so good they are saying he is a better player than Rice and Peace, which is Declan Rice of Arsenal, and he never lost out on anything. So we have to use those things. I saw Richard at CDM versus Man City. Yes, but he played. That's why we said he played 16 games, but 2 of the 16 he mixed between centre backs. All right, so we still put him in. He makes a team. He makes a team. Let me go forward now in the midfield creativity side. We have Ustakio still in it. KC Palmer, Weston McKennie, Reina. Reina didn't play so much games as well. Musa, Brandon Aronson, and Luis Chavez from Mexico. All right? A whole heap of names, guys. Weston McKennie thought he had a very good season. I think he's the best player for United States for years now, and not getting his credit.
Go
So
go with the names again.
Weston McKennie, United States and Juventus, right? KC Palmer, Coventry and Jamaica. Gio Reyna, Nottingham Forest and Dortmund and United States. Aronson, Germany and United States. Playing in Germany and United States. Musa, AC Milan and United States. Luis Chavez, Europe and Mexico. The man them go for Western. Demo says Palmer. So Weston McKennie played 34 games this year. He was one of the best players in the actual league, Syria, in the entire Syria. One of the best midfielders in the Syria. He finished third in Syria, so he's in a Champions League spot. What the hell is going on? So Italy gets 6 Champions League spots, 5 Champions League spots. Oh my God! All right, so Western, they said Western made it. Western made it. Wow! We need to have a video on that, man. 5 Champions League spots Italy gets, but Atalanta did win the Europa, so automatically that's a Champions League spot. But Bologna also made the Champions League as well. Good God, that is nice. That is nice. All right, so Western Musa. Let me bring up Musa as well, because AC Milan came second in, guys, and Musa was a good player for them as well. So Musa can't be, you can't compare Musa with KC Palmer. KC Palmer have been very good, but Musa Musa solid. He plays deeper and an integral part. So are you guys don't rate Musa? Let me know. You like KC Palmer a little bit more than Musa? Bologna, let me check. Bologna in a qualification spot as well. Yeah, I
Mm,
saw
mm,
five of them
mm.
red. Yeah, Bologna in a qualification spot as well. Atalanta already qualified because they won Europa League. So it doesn't they don't even care about the spot. So I think it's because of Atalanta winning it why Bologna will get the next spot to make 5 spots in the Champions League. And no, KC Palmer stats. If you look at numbers, remember KC Palmer plays in attacking midfield. I know Musa plays deeper, so KC Palmer numbers will be better in the championship. As it relates to goals and assists, it will be different. But build up plays, he kills KC Palmer in it. KC Palmer played 32 games, started 21, and had 2 goals and 4 assists, so 6 goals contribution. So in goals contribution, it is going to be better. But if you look at the metrics, as in key passes and stuff, so that means you're in the build up and defensive metrics and also interceptions and those stuffs, he's light years up ahead of KC Palmer in a way higher league. So remember, they are not the same positions because we are using 2 centrals, and KC Palmer is an attacking midfielder. So he has 2 assists in the season, but his key passes are 0.5 accuracy and passes 8.9, 93%, 89%, and 81% in the opponent half. So his stats are very much better than KC Palmer, especially defensive stats. So are you going for KC Palmer over him? If you guys say KC
So we
Palmer,
are selecting two from this group.
we only have one now. We have Weston McKennie and Alvarez. So they said it comes down to I think that Luis Chavez was very good, better than KC
No, no, no,
Palmer.
no. Remember that we
Better than
selected
KC
Alvarez
Palmer.
for CDM.
Yeah, man. Chavez. Luis Chavez, playing for Dynamo Moscow. He's playing. I think he was
JD,
very good. Eh?
I'm asking you from this group, we're selecting two players.
Yes, we are playing one. We are selecting one now because Western people in the chat says Western won it. And be honest,
Yeah, we
I think
select.
he's one of the players them that make the team without no conversation. All
Yeah.
right, so Western. So
So we
now we
need
are
one
arguing.
more from the group.
So we are arguing Brandon Aronson, United States, Luis Chavez, KC Palmer, Musa. So those are the guys we are arguing. And Ustakio can play up the pitch as well. Ustakio in it. And I think it came down to Musa, Chavez, and KC Palmer.
Ah,
Are we going to fight to put the Jamaican in it? Let me give you Chavez stats. Chavez playing for Dynamo Moscow. He played 23 games, started 21, 79 minutes average, has 4 goals and 1 assist. So 5 goals contribution in a higher league than the championship.
then I'm not going to bias it with the Jamaican then. I think you give players their credit when they have put in the work and the results
So
are
you're
there
gonna
to
go with
show.
Musa?
Yeah.
All right. So Musa playing for AC Milan, people. And he was solid throughout the season. And I'm gonna agree. I think I'm gonna slightly favor Musa because McKenny will be the creator. Musa can create as well. No, we don't have any cam. We don't have any cam. Hutchinson would have come into the conversation, but Hutchinson will be in the cam, the wide areas conversation. So don't worry yourself. We will get Hutchinson in the conversation, people. Don't worry yourself. All right. Yes. So front now, up front, wingers. Miracle. Remember, Alphonso Davis did not make this team. Alphonso Davis did not make this team. So if you're out here crying for Hutchinson, which you know that Hutchinson is my baller, so there is no way I would be fighting against Hutchinson. All right. So don't bother with it. All right. God, man, don't bother with it. All right. So let me give you the wingers. Them we have Pulisic, United States and AC Milan. Lozano, Mexico. Leon Bailey, Way, Becker, and Hutchinson. All right, Hutchinson. All right. We are going to put Davis as well in it. Davis as well in it. So we have Pulisic, Lozano, Leon Bailey, Way, Becker from Suriname, and Hutchinson with Davis to finish off. Oh, we are looking at the left side. Are we left side? Who we're gonna go with now for left side? Everyone can go over the left as well or the right. So who are we going with? The highest goal scorer out of any one of them would be Pulisic. Pulisic scored
Pulisic.
more goals than Leon Bailey. And he has one less assist than Leon
And we
Bailey.
need two from this six.
Yeah, we have two. I think the first automatical two would be the three that you would look at based on performance would be Pulisic, Leon Bailey. Let me see Becca. Becca overall season. I think Becca overall season was good as well because Becca did well in the German league. Let me see Bundesliga. He had played 11 games. No man, the Bundesliga really 11 games, 1 assist. Okay, this is a different season. So all right. So and then La Liga, he has 2 goals, 2 assists, so 5. So Becca wouldn't be in it. So it's between Pulisic and Bailey with Hutchinson. Let me see Way's number. Let me see Way's number. Timothy Way number. All right, 1 assist for the entire season in 30 games. That is not definitely not good. All right, so Way season is not there. Lozano season will be okay, but he doesn't have his league is not as high for we to put him in there. So it's between Hutchinson, Leon Bailey, Pulisic. All right, all
All
right,
right. Leon Bailey had the season of his life. I'm going Pulisic and Leon.
all right. So all right, big up Marlon and Craig says Leon Bailey and Pulisic. So you guys go with your 2 players them that you want, Leon Bailey, Pulisic. And out of both Pulisic and Liam Bailey, which one you think? Because yesterday I had a program and I explained myself why I gave Pulisic the edge over Liam Bailey for season's performance in their leagues. And a lot of people agreed with me, but I wanted to bring it back to our fan base to see how people look at it. Have you guys watched Pulisic this year? And which one do you think you would have given the edge? because
I think Pulisic would be ahead.
my problem this season, the reason why I gave it to Pulisic, because I just believe that what I saw from Pulisic was a little bit different. Like he's much more involved in the games. I don't think Liam Bailey involved in the game so much. That was my biggest problem. I don't think Liam Bailey involved in the game so much. Liam Bailey was like a forward playing out of the wide areas. So he never gave me that defensive solidity. And I thought that Pulisic gave me that defensive solidity. And his numbers matched Liam Bailey's numbers as well. So if it's numbers you're talking about, you can't really but look here, I don't watch Syria. Syria is a joke. But Syria has 20 more spots in Champions League than England. How you work out that? How you work out that? They are performing better than England in his coefficient, but yet still, you are saying that. Marlon said Liam Bailey's season was better. All right, so I guess Marlon like what he saw from Liam Bailey, but I gave my take. I don't know if you guys respect what I'm saying, because I don't see Liam Bailey as a complete winger. I don't see him as that. I think he's just a forward, a striker that can't play for striker. That's what I think. And because he has good pace, he goes out on the wide area. But I don't see the defensive presence. He was not good in that department this season. I can tell that. And I saw Pulisic looking way better in that department in the Champions League, in Syria as well. And that with debunk that take. It's a different request from players. Further, Syria is more defensive. So that's why but we have to give credit then, because if he's still putting out the same numbers as Liam Bailey, scored more goals than Liam Bailey, assisted one less goal than Liam Bailey. So he's still getting goals contribution and putting out more actual patterns of plays. So that's why I went with that. Marlon go with Liam Bailey. It's fair enough because maybe he thinks he believes that the Premier League is just better. Pulisic plays in a better team than Leon. Okay, all right, but remember, he's fighting top quality players of position. Rafael and those guys are not joking, to get games over. So the fact that he's getting game time and putting in his performance, so you wouldn't use that to kind of kill out that AC Milan team is better than Aston Villa, which is true. They are better than Aston Villa, but that means you have to fight for a position faster. Would you not say that?
Yeah, that becomes a factor when if you look at it that way. You can't just use one metric to upend your position and drop off one metric that would kind of challenge the position you're taking. So if somebody prefers Leon, I don't have an argument
no problem.
because the difference is not, it's not a stretch
No,
in terms
the
of
difference
difference.
is nothing. Nothing. You have to just
So
say
it's
what you
yeah.
like
So
and the
it's a
facts
matter
of
of
it.
preference.
Yeah.
I think because of how I see Pulisic played, even in the game that they played against Jamaica, and Pulisic missed those chances. In terms of orchestrating the movements with his team, he's better than I have seen Leon play with with the team he plays with. So there are some little slight things that would make one person prefer one player over the other. I'm not going to be fighting over that.
But their numbers in their leagues, guys, were almost identical. Leon Bailey had 10 goals, 9 assists. He had 12 goals, 8 assists in his league. So it was identical. All right. So
So he would be like one ahead of
he
Leon
would have
Bailey.
one extra goal
Yeah,
contribution. Yes. But I'm saying it's almost identical. So I'm not even taking
yeah.
numbers in account because he has more than Leon Bailey. But we don't use that for the conversation because it's so close. You can look at some details because Leon Bailey created chances and the people don't score. He created a lot of chances as well. But I think more people score off his chances than Leon Bailey, to be honest. Even though we had their strike, Watkins finished with so much goals. But the
Hmm.
conversion rate was better off his system as well. But some people could say that Leon Bailey's balls were not always on point. That's why he never scored. Say people can always bring different things, and that's why we like the conversation of football for you to go into the metrics and see it. Demo says nobody watch the Syria, but Demo, that's a lie. You know why? I have started to watch Salernitana because I wanted to watch them for Nigeria players. Remember, Dima, remember my catalog is way bigger, So it's not because I'm watching Jamaica. I'm watching football in general to get information because maybe I have a different program to run because I was dealing with a Nigerian series in my head. So I have players there to watch as well. So and we had a Jamaican went to Salernitana. I watch AC Milan always. I watch Juventus as well because I like Western McKinney. I really like Western McKinney at a long time. If you watch my old videos with Tactical, I really like him. So I did watch a lot of games in Syria as well. Maybe not as the level as what we watch in Premier League and the Championship.
JD,
That is
on
definitely true. But I watch a lot of games just the same.
on that note, I don't watch as much football as you do.
No, I never
But
watch.
no, no.
Dima pick. You know, it's what Dima do, Pastor. Him just pick two teams that I've not mentioned just a while ago, because I told him the players them I'm following, and the national teams that I'm following, and he just pick two teams. Okay, Dima, I've never watched the one you want me to watch. All
All
right.
right. Here's what happens. I try to watch teams that have CONCACAF players that Jamaica will face. It don't matter which league they're playing in. If there's a game highlight or match replay that I can get a hold of that have CONCACAF players that we will face, I try to get those games to watch them. That's what I want. So it's not like you're following a league for the entire season to watch all,
Yes, and
but you want to watch teams. You want to watch the teams that you have opposition players on, or you have players from your country on. So that's how I watch the leagues. That when I type in games that I want to watch, it's because there are either Jamaican players on it or CONCACAF players on it.
But you're right. You're technically right, Demo. But you made it look like we never watched much games. But I watched a lot of games in the Syria. And the reason why we support Premier League teams, and we have a lot of Jamaicans playing in the Premier League. So we turn up every week. I watch all of the games. Them. You understand me? So it's easier to watch them. I've watched more Championship games than we watched. I've watched more League One games than I've watched Italy league, Italian and Syria because I have
Which is
been scouting those players for long, so I have to go back and
mhm,
maybe watch more games. I watch even cup games more than I watch other teams because obviously
which
we
is
realize that's a
reasonable.
part of the work, so we have to do it.
That's
Syria
where
is
our
a joke. I
concentration
only
is.
no. But Demo, you cannot. So if the Syria is a joke, 2 years in a row, the Syria did better than England. So all you work out that 2 years in a row. Obviously, last year, look how life last year, Man City won it, right? Man City won the Champions League and West Ham won Conference League. So it would have given us a false pretense to think that England did better than Italy. But you never realize that Italy in all of the finals then and semi-finals them like two teams sometimes and Italy teams knocking out Italy teams to reach at the finals them in all of the competition. So they actually performed better than England 2 years running, Demo. So how can that be a joke league? I would love for you to answer. Oh, if they're performing better in coefficient and also literally with the eyeballs, they are going further than English teams. Oh, you can say it's a joke league, but you tell me say no, you're not interested in it, no problem. But it tells me that their football is back on the rise. How many did they win? They never won it last year because they lost to West Ham and they lost to Man City. But if you tell me how Inter played against Manchester City, they were the better team on the day. Lukaku was just Lukaku, Miss Kaku. You understand me? So to be honest, we have to be honest, Yes. So let me work on it. Hold on. Let me see Europa League champions last year because I am not sure Europa League champions. League champions. Because I thought it was Jose and who? 2023. 2022, 2023. Let me see who. Oh, Sevilla defeated Roma. So Spain defeated. So I'm telling you, Pastor, they went to every finals. England never made some of the finals. All right. So we just have one false sense of security, which is one good team from England goes far, and then all 10 teams from Italy goes close to the final or in the finals, every one of the European competitions. So that gives you more coefficient points than just winning it from one team. Demo. All right. So that tells you the league is not as bad as what you're saying. And the league is way more competitive in their own league and also on a world stage. That's what it's saying. Am I lying, Pastor? Okay, Pastor, look at it. They froze Pastor. We're going to throw off Pastor and let him come back. They throw off Pastor. So, Demo, all I'm saying is Italian league is much better. Um, Catalonia play Panama today. All right, we will check it out. Italy had teams in all European finals. Yes, Marlon, and we have to just give the man them credit, man. Demo, you're not interested in the football, but at least their facts, their quality proven that they are performing better than England. JD, an Italian team knock out Liverpool, so I know you have good teams, but the league ain't great. Oh God. All right, big boss. Over the years, still, over the years, still, I've seen Italy play better football than England. It's just over the last 10 years. You have the, Liverpool coming over to the top, and you have Manchester City coming with a world level performance of a footballing style. But over the years, Italy have been playing better football than England. England back in the days, England football was hard to watch. It's because we speak English first, and also because we have maybe a few Jamaicans playing in it as well, and we might have possible Jamaicans coming to play for Jamaica through it. So that was the reason why we were interested in English football back then. I think maybe on you could say Arsenal over 1 year. Chelsea football was not as bad, but Arsenal was the only team you could have watched and say, all right, oh, Arsenal playing some nice football, But the rest of them was not as so nice. Demo. La Liga. All right, so we have the final spot. We went for Leon Bailey and Pulisic. All right, the
Pulisic.
league was better a couple of years ago when Napoli and Lazio were good. All right, but you have Juventus being back good. Juventus, Inter Milan, AC Milan coming back to that level. Lazio still solid. And Napoli still solid. I thought that just the injury to their two star players really harmed them. But showcasing that if you have two players out, you can't win nothing. That is the difference. All right. 1 second, Pastor. My turn. Yes. So we have to give them their credit. Let me give you the forwards now. The forwards, Pastor. The forwards is a big pool. Pepe from United States, Balagan from United States, Aji Wright from United States, Antonio from Jamaica, Jimenez from Mexico, which plays for Fulham, Jimenez that plays in Netherlands, plays for Mexico as well, Shamar Nicholson for Jamaica, Josh Sargent, United States. Then we have Kyle Laren, Ugbo, and Jonathan David. All right, that list is big. All right, let me see how it goes, people. As you come in, please do it like button, share, and subscribe. But we have a new way, or you can hit like button. Just press the screen itself. Press the screen. You're gonna see the like button, the share button, and the subscription button comes up. So get the subscription button up as well. As the same time you're liking the video. So just press the front of the screen. It's going to pop up the share, the like, and the subscription. Do all of that for us, and definitely it won't be a bad choice due to the fact that you see how much football knowledge we keep on trying to gain every single time. All right, Syria
All
has
right.
grown over the past
J-
3 seasons. They would be third in the top five leagues. All right, Davis,
J-
Davis,
JD, you gave about 10 names. I have six, including the two Jamaicans.
Why Demo give so much trouble? Demo says, what that list? I rather use a false nine. You have some of those players on this list, Demo. Let me educate you because you don't watch no other league. Jimenez from Netherlands finished with like 48 goals for the season. 48 goals contribution. Double amount of Leon Bailey. Jonathan David, solid as well, just the same. In the French league. All right. So we have Mikel Antonio on the list. You have Pepe. Pepe did well. Let me give you Pepe's numbers. Let me give you Pepe's number because you guys are sleeping on the players, them, you know. All right, you guys need to start watch other leagues, you know, and stop this watching two leagues in football. Stop it, man. All right, because it makes it look bad, man. All right, so Pepe played 27 games in the Eredivisie, scored 7 goals and had 2 assists. In the Champions League, he had 2 goals in eight games. In 3 goals added so far. All right. So Pepe was not at the highest. Let me put Jimenez because I want to put Jimenez list so I can give it to you. He has a lot, you know. He has a lot of goals. All right. All right. So that is good. All right. So this is Jimenez, people. Jimenez goals in the Eredivisie. He played 30 games, scored 23 goals, have 6 assists in just the Eredivisie. In the Champions League, he played 4 games, had 2 goals, 1 assist. All right, and then in Europa, played 2 games, had 1 assist. Then he played in the NKNVB Becker trophy, played 4 games, had 1 assist. And so that's his total for the year. A whole heap of goals and a whole heap of assists. But some people would say that they're not going to rate him highly due to the fact that he is playing in a weaker league comparative to David. All right, so let me put David in. And then I will come to the chat right after to see what people decide. So Jonathan David, 50 million market value now. Oh my God, this guy keep jumping. All right. So in League One, played 34 games, scored 19 goals, has 4 assists. So 23 goals contribution in one league. In Conference League, he has 3 goals in Conference League. So it goes over 20 goals. In the USL qualifiers, scored 1 goal and 1 assist right here. And then the France, Coupe de France, good God. Coupe de France, he plays 3 games. He scored 3 goals and 4 assists. All right, so his numbers is insane. So it's between Davies and Jimenez. Those guys' numbers are ridiculous. All right, yes. And I think people would go with Davids because Davids playing in a higher level league and he's putting up similar numbers to Jimenez. Let me know. All right,
Ah,
David has 19 goals in a Bush league. Oh my God! Well, he plays other leagues as well and have goals in those leagues. Imagine say he pick Antonio. We can't Demo. We can't take Demo right here. Demo has lost it officially. Lost it. All right. We can't take
I
Demo.
would I would love to say I put my Jamaican there because of the quality of team that he would be playing with, which would make him magnificent. But JD, the premise on which we are doing the selection, come on, people. We love who we love, but be fair to the players. They are human beings. You can't just be unjust to everybody in the world. It's not right. So I'll go with Davids.
Yes,
I
I agree.
I would love to
I'm
see
gonna
Mikel
put.
Antonio in a team like this, though, JD. This
Ooh,
who
this
could
is a
stop this
sweet
team?
team, you know.
This
It's
is
a
a
good sweet
sweet.
team.
If you put Mikel Antonio, this team can win the World Cup. You know.
No, no, Pastor, win this World Cup. Win this World Cup. Win if we're
This
all
team
right.
can win the World
All
Cup.
right, Pastor. We're 5 bench. We are gonna pick our. We're gonna pick our. We're gonna pick 7 more players to put on the bench, and then we talk about winning World Cup. Who are your 7 players you would put on the bench?
All right.
Goalkeeper.
Let me start in the forward line and reverse. So I'm going to put two forward. That will make three. So that would give me captain Jamaica.
You're gonna put Mikel Antonio on your bench, yeah.
Yes, I'm putting him there, and I'm going to put Jimenez. Me need a lethal
Okay. So
finisher.
you're putting two strikers. Two strikers.
Yes, so
Only
I
two
will have
strikers, you know.
three. So I will have three in the squad. On the bench, I'm putting two strikers on the bench.
I am going with one striker. I am going with Jimenez from Mexico only. Mikel Antonio not making my team.
Well,
Because I'm putting in a winger and I need midfielders as well because I'm not going out there to lose games. So I have
JD,
one striker to pick and I'm going with Jimenez to play as backup. Then for my winger position, between Hutchinson and Becker,
it's not between
um,
Hutchinson and nobody.
Charles Becker. Charles
I
Becker
am
will
going with
play for
Hutchinson.
Suriname.
I
So
am
you
going with
you
Hutchinson.
yeah, you
I'm
go in
going
and
with
then let me
Hutchinson
know in
and
my team.
Davis. I'm going with
So
Hutchinson.
no, Davis
Hutchinson.
can go. No, Davis can go in as a left back now. Like how we have seven spots.
I am going with Hutchinson. You say I'm picking seven players, right?
Seven players for a bench.
Okay, so I'm going with
You have
Hutchinson,
to have a
Davis,
goalkeeper.
and
Let's say
Becker.
six players. Six players
Eh?
because you have to have a goalkeeper. There is no way you're gonna play a team without a goalkeeper.
All right, so I'm going with Hutchinson, Davis, and Becker. So that means I am gone five. So I need one more.
Jesus
I need
Christ.
one more. Um,
Bernard going in my team. Davis going in my team.
and that one
This is
more would
hard,
be
you
the
know. We
center
have
back.
to. I think we have to put it to 11 players or so to pick a good squad.
Bernard make my six, and my goalkeeper is Adai.
Adai, you're going with Adai over Turner. All
Yes.
right, all right. That is not so mad. That is not so mad.
So that is
All right.
my seven players are Adai goalkeeper, Bernard centre back. May have three wingers simply because two of my wingers can operate in alternate positions.
Yes, I know, I know, I
So
know.
I did not pick another central midfielder or another CDM.
Well said. All
So
right.
my wingers that I selected are Hutchinson, Becker, and Davies. And I'm going with Captain Jamaica and Jimenez because this team will win at this team I carry a World Cup.
All
I'm a
right.
squad
Let
that.
me give my before we get to World Cup conversation. All right. So first, remember we gave. Let me read out the squad for the best Concacaf 11 this season. Slonina from Chelsea at Casupen. Very good kid, 19-year-old, just turned 20, so 20-year-old now. All right. Then the back four: Anthony Robinson, Ethan Pinnock, Chris Richards, and Alistair Johnston from Canada.
Yes.
Then in midfield, Edson Alvarez, Yunus Musa, and Weston McKennie, all American and Mexicans. Up front, Leon Bailey, Jonathan David, and Pulisic to finish it off. Very good starting 11, immaculate starting 11. Then
Yes.
now my seven TikTok says East is better than Jimenez by far. Oh God. All right. Let me not fight. Adai or Matt Turner. I went for Matt Turner. I am not going to follow Pastor right there. Then my center back. So I went Matt Turner. That is American. Then I went for Bernard over Stefan Denzel and Tim Ream. I went for Deshaun Bernard for Jamaica. So that's two of my players so far. Left back is Alfonso Davis 100% because he should have been in the team from day one, but because people just want to fight against Big Bad Davis. All right, yes. So that's how hard it is. Alfonso Davis not making this team. All right, so Alfonso Davis make the bench, third player. Then as at right back we have Dest, George Sanchez, Joe Scully, Latibo here. We're not going to pick any right backs because I will figure something out to get a right back on the field if we have any injuries. Because a seven we have to pick. So we have three players so far. Then in midfield, Ustakio makes my bench 100%. Woo! Then I'm going to go with Tyler Adams to make five. So Ustakio and Tyler Adams, I'm going to take out of my. Oh my, no. All right, I'm going to go with Tyler Adams only. Ustakio can't make my field. So Tyler Adams has backup as defensive central to make four players. Then now on the wing side, no, good lord. Becca from Suriname has to make the team. All right, so that is five players. Ooh, all right, two more left. Ah, God, five players. All right, 5 players. And as what Pastor said, very good. Because Becca can play as a striker, attacking midfielder, and winger as well. So Becca will play any position that is vacant. All right. So that is for Charlotte Becca. All right. Then I this is tough, because I really want the next midfielder, because I don't have any progressive midfielder. And I have Hutchinson. So it's between Ustaki and Hutchinson and KC Palmer Reina. Good God. Oh, Lord. Luis Chavez. Who am I going to pick? Oh, my God. I'm going to leave that last spot. All right. I'm going to leave that last spot. All right. I'm going to go for the forward line. We have Pepe Balagan, Aji Wright, Antonio Jimenez. Okay. So Jimenez gets the spot for me. So it's going to come down to my attack, my wingers only. Whoo, I am going to pick Hutchinson over everyone else, and I won't go with the midfielder. So I'm going to take Hutchinson and Becker with Jimenez to make my three forward players. Then I'm going to go with Western and Tyler Adams as my fourth player. Then I have Alphonso Davis, um, Dishan Bernard, and Matt Turner. So I got a few Jamaicans in it, which is Bernard and Hutchinson. All right, that's a good 18 players. A good 18
I
players. Dima said, why does Beckham make the bench? He has 3 goals. Let me give you what. Remember, we're doing it. We're making it. As let me put in Becca right here, so I can give you his whole season because he played 2 different leagues. So let me give you Becca, and he's playing in the Spanish league, so it's a little bit high. So that's why. And his season last year was very good so far. I think he had a solid enough season for me to pick him out of the list. Because remember, we had Aronson. Remember, I am deciding. Look, we have Lozano left. Way play 100 game, didn't have a goal or an assist. Hutchinson and Becca. So I took out Way and Lozano to decide between Becca and Hutchinson, and I picked both of them. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right. So in 15 games in La Liga, Becca has 2 goals and 2 assists, 4 goals contribution. All right. In the Champions League, he played 6 games, has 2 goals. So that is 4 goals and 2 assists. In the Copa del Rey, he played 2 games, he has 1 goal. So I don't and in Bundesliga, he played 11 games and have 2 assists. Right there. And in DFB Pokal, he played 2 games and have 1 goal. So let me give you his total this year. He must stop lying to people. All right. 1 goal in 2, right there. 2 assists, so 3 goals contribution, 4 goals contribution, 6 goals contribution, 10 goals contribution this year. 10 goals contribution this year, Demo. Stop telling people lie. All right? Yes. He has 10 goals contribution in Germany and in La Liga. So he changed and still had 5 goals contribution in no time. 5 goals contribution in 17 games in a new league mid-season. All right, so Demon, stop lying. All right, no championship player can make it. Hutchinson was very good. TikTok. All right.
eh Hutchinson show say better than championship or Premier League he might play next season.
Yeah, he's a Premier League player. He's a Premier League player.
Premier League player. So
But maybe
but
not the highest
Jerry,
Premier League player. So
this
so to be
team
honest, Hutchinson is not better than Becker. He has the upside to be better than Becker, but he's not better than Becker. People, all right. So let me not be delusional. All right, just like how we said he's not better than Liam Bailey, but he has the upside to be better than Liam Bailey. Yes. So these guys are doing their thing. All right. So
I
let's have
believe
wait for the
I
round
believe
of
my
32.
18-man squad can run very deep in the World Cup,
If we have this in the
If
World Cup,
not
yes,
win it.
but Hutchinson was
If
doing
not
well
win it.
last season. Yes, Hutchinson was good at TikTok. He did good well in the
I
championship.
believe my
So,
side can
and
run
the
well.
other guys them that we are rating him with did not do so well. So that's why we are having that conversation. That's how we pick him. All right. So, all you think we would have done in the World Cup, Pastor? What you
If
said? Your team winning the World Cup?
yeah man, if it not win it will go very deep. Semi final. This a
Semi
team can
final,
beat
Liam
England.
Bailey,
This
Jonathan
team,
David. Very good
JD,
front
JD,
three.
JD, this team will give the present England team 2-0.
Pastor says, Pastor, why you don't stop the foolishness?
I said this
Marlon said you're
team,
dropping out of the first round.
hello, this team, look at the midfield stock that I have and the defensive stock that I have. The
Pastor,
England, the present
Pastor,
England team, I get
Pastor,
2-0 from my side.
Pastor, you know
2-0.
you're not under the biggest fan of England team.
Eh?
Pastor, stop disrespecting England. We ain't knocking out no England out of no
And for play
Jamaica
and
team.
for good measure, may I play this, may I play the match in England and beat them on home ground. Make the World Cup held in England. This team beat England in England. Bad side.
People, Pastor, this team is not beating England. I am very sorry, people. We will put up a stronger fight. Who would be the coach? Who would be the coach for this one?
Alright. You see this team?
Don't bother with it, Brando. Don't bother with it. That was a cohesive team. Played against England the last time. All right, yes, because he wants to use it to say that England drew with United States the last time, and United States was a better team. If Pulisic put the ball in the back of the net, it hit the post, it would have been. They got the better chances in the game, so they should have beaten England. But people, we're not winning the World Cup. We're not winning no World
You know,
Cup.
you know who I want. You know who I want to coach
Coach
this
him not
team.
coaching no team. Which team? You think more see them man play defensive football? So which team? Which team? Man, better coach.
You know who I want to. You know who I want to coach this team.
Which team? Which team?
If I can't get, hold on. If I can't get a Brazilian coach to coach this team, I am going to
Yes, we
either
them
ask
say we pick a coach from inside a CONCACAF to coach a team.
a coach in CONCACAF.
Yeah. Boy,
That would lead me to either the Haitian coach or the
no man, a Mexican coach me want man. The Mexican coach me want man because I don't want them man to play the defensive football. But I want them to play quality football because all of them take.
nobody the Haitian coach don't play defensive football, JD.
But speed transition football he plays. You know, Leon Bailey foot got broke and Pulisic foot got pop off.
Hello. And if you broke Pulisic and Leon Bailey foot, I have capable replacements
No,
coming off the
Pastor, they are going
bench.
to break their own foot because they don't fare well in transitional football. Liam Bailey gets the most injury when he comes and play those transitional football. The same with Pulisic. So I want
That is why I carried the
transition
excellent
football.
coverage that I carried. That's why I carried the excellent coverage I carried. Hutchinson, Becker, and Davis. Good coverage for them both. When you go into these big competitions, death before dishonor. So if them foot pop off, give me the 110% pop off your foot.
Yes,
We will
I agree
put
with
you
you,
in the
Mr.
oxygen
President.
change but
If there is
thereafter.
a Mexican coach or from
Yeah,
South America, yes, we're going to work with them. I
yes.
am not putting no Coach Grim in nothing. I hear Dima saying Coach Grim don't lose professional games. How much time you're going to tell that lie now? How much games you start lose? We never lose to the United States, Pastor. We never lose to Mexico. No, I'm just asking because he said we don't lose professional game. Or how long we can sell that lie?
No, JD.
Demo the
JD.
Demo, you know who I would have picked? Dino Ray. That's what I wanted, but I know that the Mexican coach is better than Dino Ray with the playing style because Curaçao's style playing nice. Nice. I think if we get Dino Ray coaching this team, we would have gotten some good quality football. They control the games. And with our quality and this, Dino Ray would have been the perfect man for that. I heard people saying, I'm trying to sneak Suriname players them in the team. Charlotte Becker is one of the best wingers in the league in CONCACAF. So what are you talking about? That is not sneaking
JD.
anybody in.
JD. Don't take up those side shows. Those are side shows about sneaking which player in the team. Um, if you look at Becker, the three positions, major positions that he can play across. It, you're selecting a team like this, you need a player like that. The same thing with Alfonso Davis that can do that. The same thing with Omari Hutchinson. Players with dimensions. The same thing. The same thing with Alistair that can play up and down in your defensive third, whether a centre back or CDM. These are players with dimensions. You need multiple dimension players in a team like this. And the reality is, the reason I would go with the Haitian coach as one of the coaches that I would look at, I would also look at the Costa Rica coach and yeah, Mexico coach, but pretty much any of the Central American teams, they have coaches that play good quality football. I would use them to play that with these quality players. For me to
I don't,
factor in
Demo,
Grim,
Pastor, I
for me
don't
to
agree with
factor
you.
in Grim,
Demo, you and your cult, not because you don't know the coach, because a lie to yourself. All right, I am glad that he's here coaching Jamaica team, but he's not as good as what you guys are telling me. All right, better than the other coaches. We are not saying the coach is not good at all, people, but he's not on that level as the other coaches.
if
Them were
he is as
definitely.
good, JD, if he is as good, in my book, I need to see it. Because so far, and I've been saying it since this year, that Grim's honeymoon period with the team is over. For me to factor Grim in this, I have to first see the team that Grim selects from the players available.
Panama coach is good. Yeah, Panama coach is better than Grim. Yeah. What cult? You saw what the man did with Iceland. Yeah, but Demo, that's a problem, Demo. Him have a bag of average players and did something, Demo. That's different. We have star players here. So we want to get the best out of the team. And Mr. Algrims is not the player, the coach that I would have chose to Demo. What I have never heard you agree with me. No, Demo, you have a cult, brother. You have a set of people where you follow and believe. Because there's no, if it's not one conversation you could have be more reasonable on, is this, brother. What you talking about, man? Because you're a Jamaican coach, brother, and your friend them and friend them, brother. I mean, I tell you, that is a pure bias statement. That man is no better coach than this coach, man. Tell you, the man, I'm picking them to get the best out of this team. I'm very sorry, my brother. I'm not disrespecting the man,
No, me
but
want a
all
coach
these
what
guys
can
are
make me
friends.
try win the World Cup.
Yes, we're having a serious
Grim,
argument,
Grim
Limo.
no show me.
Please, Limo, say it with your chest. Talk the truth. Stop being
Grim no
partial
show
to
me.
people.
Grim no show me what I require in our coach. We say carry this team go win the World Cup. When I have
Demo,
not seen
stop being
JD,
partial, Demo. We have a call you.
JD, watch this, watch
Okay.
this, watch this as something that can be proven. Have you seen a Jamaica team selected since Grim is here? Which our best available players are selected?
But Pastor, look, Travis, I've never said the coach is not a good coach. We are having a conversation who we would have used to take this team forward. And because we said that we wouldn't use Grim, all right, you know what? I am going to show you something. I am going to show you something, people. If you put every coach, Panama coach, Suriname coach, Curacao coach, United States coach, Mexico
Costa
coach,
Rica.
Costa Rica coach, Honduras coach, Haiti coach, and all of them free to come and play Jamaica. Play to come and coach Jamaica. I promise Uno wouldn't not take Al Gibson. I'm very sorry. Uno wouldn't do it. So that's what this conversation is. It is not because we don't like the coach. We are work with him because that's what we have. But in this conversation, we can be real. And me not pick him over the other coaches. I'm very sorry, people. It now
Travis,
happen.
stop telling lie
Anyway.
for me about me rate Paul Hall. Me rate Paul Hall as a development coach because that's what he is. So don't know which coaches I rate.
But Demo, the reason why me a burn out Demo, it is because me know say only I do it because of one thing, because you don't want to get bullied by your friend them. All right?
When you say Demo succumb to peer
That
pressure,
says Al Grimson has gotten the most out of average players. That is my conversation, Demo. That's it. But all right, Demo, pick who you want pick. All right, if it was up to you, Demo, you pick 20, the 11 Jamaican born, no Jamaican players and put on the team, which not realistic because the other players then played good in Europe as well. Because you're gonna say it's because you only watch England games. That's why you're gonna do that, Demo. So that is not fair, you know. But I wanted you to just be objective on the coach. That's all, Demo. I have I've lost faith in Demo because I thought he would have been fair on just the coach. Chapdan said United States calls Suriname, United States calls Suriname and Costa Rica. Okay, United call Suriname and Costa Rica. Okay. Um, I've seen his track record at World Cup, world class level. World. All right, go ahead, Pastor. All right.
Uh, Jenny, all right. I don't want anybody to spin the narrative away from what we were talking about. The Jamaican coach has a CV that got him the job as the Jamaican coach. I am assessing the coaches in the region based on what they have done for the time they have been in the region.
The,
In my book, my coach has not yet selected a squad that I can say Grim has taken the decision and selected this squad using a meritocracy system to select the squad. You know, select one squad under that yet. I mean, a squad where me want him to select, you know. I'm talking selecting players on a meritocracy system.
yeah,
I have not seen one squad selected yet.
but
So
Pastor,
that disqualifies him. That disqualifies him as the coach I would give this
no, but no,
choice team to.
Pastor. Watch it now. Them bring all metric, which is good and fair. Kevin Williams says, Imaxit. Algrimson took a bunch of teachers, firemen, fishermen, to the World Cup with Iceland. All these other coaches had more football talents. That is fair, but that is the reason why I wanted to use them because they have proven that they can take the best to different places because with the best, the standard is different. You can accept limited football playing and just kick the ball up the top of the field because we saw Iceland play. Iceland football playing was not good. That was just this. Iceland play like Brentford. Obviously, Brentford had better footballing metrics than them, but they played like Brentford over that time, where they try to disrupt the next team rather than play free flowing football. So I'm saying if you have a better team, just reason with me, people. If you have a better team, why would you go for a person like that? If you had the worst team in CONCACAF, that's where I would have said, let me him over them because I know what I can't do. But if you have the best team in CONCACAF, why you would need him when you want to play a certain way? You want still to play the defensive football with the best players. Them. That's all I'm saying. I went for a better coach to get the better out of them because it's a higher level set of players. Them. So I had a point. It's a good argument. I understand where Dima coming from. Dima believe that because he used less, he thinks that he can get even more out of better players. But I don't honestly think so because I've not seen him played that level football over his career. It's always the same football, including what we're seeing for Jamaica. So that's all I'm saying,
JD,
people.
a lot of people misunderstand this point. You know why Rene Samoes managed to get as much as he got for Jamaica, 94 to 98? Because at that time, Rene Samoes became rated as one of the best development coaches in the world, if not the number one development coach in the world. He was able to utilize because Rene people don't know so Rene is a teacher, you know. A teacher is able to take the not retarded but slower students in a class with some fast moving students and bridge the gap and get success for the class. That is the value of a development coach. Al Grimson may very well be a top class development coach, and that's why they hire him to develop football in Jamaica. Development coaches can do what Grim do with Ireland, what Rene did with Jamaica, what Paul Hall is doing with the youth in his club. That is the value of getting a development coach for certain teams. This team that we select don't need a development coach. This
Well,
team, this
Pastor, I wouldn't class him as a development coach because what we saw him did. I just think he's a specific type of coach, just like how we have Pep Guardiola, Klopp. They are different style of coaches. But I'm just saying because if you're going off familiarity, you never saw him playing with using better players. No, we're seeing him in Jamaica, having better players. Have we truly seen the best out of these players?
not yet.
I doubt it. No, I don't
Definitively
think we have
not
seen the
yet.
best because that's the reason why we are beating up Liam Bailey. That's the reason why we are cursing like Mikel Antonio. That's the reason why we said our right back them never play well because we have not seen the best out of our best players because we saw them played for their clubs. So we have not seen the best out of our own players. Them obviously we have gotten the results. That is true, but at the same time we have not seen the best. So those are the metrics that I am using to say that maybe I would want to trust others that have done this on a higher level. I would want them a little bit more in my team, and I think that is not hard to say. I understand where Dima them come
And
from.
that doesn't
But
take away
yeah,
anything from Grim. And that don't take away anything from Grim. I JD, the reality is, Grim works with what he has. That is what's on his CV to get the result, a desired result. When you select a team and you're going to, what you have dictates who you get to manage it. I would never give Rene Sumois this team based on his CV, and I rate Rene Sumois very highly. But I wouldn't give him this team based on of his CV. Remember, Rene Sumois got success with Jamaica and went to a Trinidad team with stars, and they kicked him out.
hold on. Pastor, the problem is you change the argument, and that may I try avoid, You change the argument because you have Travis in here start talking about the JFF will never listen to me and you. But this is not an argument of the JFF people that's listening. Travis, you get to JFF. This is not even an argument about Jamaica national team. Just Travis, to stop now, man. We are having just a hypothetical conversation based on how we select a squad, and who could have bring the squad forward. We call Mr. Algrim's name because we think that he's competent enough to get into the conversation of what he did for Jamaica. But no, we brought in others in the conversation. So if we say things like that, is not. Sometimes I think we are criminally misunderstood, because this is a solid conversation. This is what everybody have in the real world, the rest of the world. This is a conversation. It's not a bad guys. Have we been disrespectful? Just let me know if we have been disrespectful and we should not have this conversation none at all. Let me know. And we have 150 still watching. Let me know if you never follow, if we have been disrespectful in this conversation, because I think we have brought up reasonable points. And Dima disagree with me. Others, Kevin Williams disagreed with me. Other people disagreeing, and some people agreeing. So it's just. I just wanted to know if people think that we shouldn't have this conversation. Because I think sometimes people just bully like censor, like a lot of people just want to censor the people. And we have not said anything bad, man. I think it's a solid conversation we are having. Right here, big bosses. All right. We are not disrespecting the man or nothing. We're just saying that what we saw and we put metrics to it, we wouldn't go with it. Others could have gone with it. We have no problem. If at least you get to learn about the other teams. So at least we shouldn't be here just talking about Jamaica alone. We have done a 3-hour stream and we have talked about Jamaica mixed with other people. So that is that's the brilliance of Imaxit. You get to learn about other teams. So that means you don't come here and just believe that we are the greatest. And sometimes that can be helpful because if we are doing the thing wrong, you would have more information on why we are doing it wrong. And then we can make the best decisions as well. So that's why it's good to learn about other places. At least in my belief. Maybe I could be wrong. The disrespect is thinking that a man who did so much work at the highest level can't take that team for. Okay, Demo, boy. Uno can't put more respect on the man name. I call Costa Rica and Honduras coach. Trabdan, I have stated what I wanted to work with. And I told him my reason why I would have worked with that big boss. All right. So you just argue the point. But you said it's a disrespect to call other people name. Wow. Costa Rica just made it to the World Cup. So he made it to the World Cup equal time as Mr. Algrimson. He plays better football than Mr. Algrimson. He has lesser quality players than Mr. Algrimson. So what are we talking about? Oh, you mean it's disrespectful? Oh, that is disrespectful. If a man achieve what you have achieved with less quality players, just the same, than what you have with Jamaica now. So we have to wait until to see what Mr. Algrimson can do with the squad, Chavdan. But it's not disrespectful. It is a conversation that we can have. You can't. This Jamaica space cannot be a bully space. I think you guys are not going to ever evolve to the real level of footballing conversation if we only turn it into a bully, like we have to give everybody that's connected to Jamaica the 100% respect and nobody is better than them. No, that cannot work. And I will never sign up for that. That means that's the day I will pack up and leave. Because I'm not going to be censored to tell lies, to sell sensationalism, because I don't believe it. And I only can talk on things that I believe in. All right? So the fact is a fact. You guys just said he's more accomplished than more accomplishment more than who? United States coach? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Costa Rica coach? Oh, that makes sense. They have made the World Cup as well. They have made the World Cup and they have won trophies. They have won trophies. So if they made the World Cup just like Algrimson, the one time,
And I would want the United States
Pastor,
coach to coach
oh
this
my
team.
God, Pastor, I always want to jump on my argument, man. And Pastor, you know, and you have Pastor, you make your point, you make your point. That don't piggyback off my point because that's where they're gonna pick it up and talk about we are bash. No, but TikTok, I never said everybody's better than Jamaica. I have never said that. But if we can have a rational conversation to say that we can pick the best coach for a wide a CONCACAF team, if we can't tell the truth in that department, I don't know when we are going to tell the truth. That's all I'm saying because we did pick Liam Bailey, we did pick Ethan Pinnock, we did pick Hutchinson. So those are players from Jamaica. So why you guys never had any problem until we come to the coach and want bully we for have to say, well, no, we now go say it. We now go say it if I'm not true. Because we not get paid by the JFF. All right? Chevis Peso, JD, stop fight everything, Jamaica, bro. Oh my God, Chevis, you're a liar. Chevis, liar. Leon Bailey, Hutchinson, and where again, Ethan Pino. Those are the most with America in the best 11. Say a liar, Jervis. True, me no want to pick the coach. Who no want to beat me. Me done, pastor. Say what you say.
Wasn't degrading the quality of any coach in CONCACAF. I selected the coach I would give this team to. The Haitian coach that kind of play a French style pattern of football was my first choice. I would not select the US coach to coach this team, despite him having a better CV than Grim in
Okay,
terms of winning
look at that now.
trophies.
You see, look at the part. I'm betting none of them don't beat you on that. The man that is way more successful than Mr. Algrims, you just say you're not picking him.
I am not giving him this team. I would not give the US coach this team.
So people, Pastor said he's not giving the US coach this team. So Una beat because he's more successful than Al Grimson. So beat Pastor upon the statement. Una go make it slide and say, okay, you can understand Pastor. So if you can understand Pastor with a better qualified coach, why you can't understand him? Understand we pan the Jamaica squad.
Not selecting Grim because we weren't degrading any of the coaches. We were just thinking the quality of players here. Which coach would be a best fit for best performance from each player as as a cohesive unit? I I don't. It's not just about your CV that I'm saying. It is your brand of football that 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 I
Pastor, you
was
know what I've
using.
learned? Pastor, you know what I've learned? We not give him either. You know what I've learned? Mr. Grimm is a very smart person and he learns about Jamaicans a long time. What he did is to infiltrate the places them to make people stand like this. Because if these guys never know him or know their friends that know him, they wouldn't be backing him. So I'm telling you, because if you go across Jamaica, they don't share the same sentiments because they don't know him. It's hard because they have access or people close to him. That's why they're behaving
Hmm.
like that. Nothing else. Because Tapper was winning games. And only Demo alone me can give credit. If me can give Demo credit. Demo was the only man about Tapper. Everybody, Tapper, come out. You know, go there. And Tapper record was still good just the same. If not better than Al Grimston. All right? If
Tapper's
not
record
better
is
than Al
still one of
Grimston.
the best
Now
record as a coach in
listen,
Jamaica.
Pastor. Let me. If not better than Al Grimston, Tapper's record. Let, let we make that clear here. All right. But the whole only they want him go. You see the hypocrisy? You see the hypocrisy now? Because Tapper never talked to nobody. And that's why. And Tapper was no friend and Tapper no white. And that's no one story. One of a be unbiased. And I mean just to bring back the conversation so we can have civil conversations, you know. But me I show all the wicked, you know. Only Demo alone always a back Tapper and talk about his record. All right? Peter Mystic said, JD and Pastor, have you listened to the coach when he does press conference and interviews explaining his methods and why? But Peter Mystic, this was not a conversation of Jamaica and a Peter Mystic. So I think people coming in late would think it's a conversation of Jamaica. No, it was a CONCACAF. Look at them. Top on a good. Top on a good. Oh my God. Go sit down. The man might tell me for the sit down, you know, top on a good. But me, Jera said, we've been flapping versus big teams with Tapper, and nothing has changed. Thank you very much, Jeros. Thanks for the honesty. I know Uno can bring who Uno want. I'm bringing Grim. Yeah, I'm telling them. Move out of the camera. Or they said I should move my big head out of the camera. So Peter Mystic, it was not a conversation about Jamaica, and it was we picking a CONCACAF best 11 performers, and then they invited we should pick a coach. So I don't want this. I know this is going to lead the stream, you know. And you see people pop out them eyeballs, a ball, like them on a security guard. You understand me? But we were talking about different things. And if people are educated as what they said, they would have understand that we weren't talking about Jamaica. All right? Yes. So it wasn't an argument about Jamaica. It was we picking a coach that can transcend this quality team that we have picked, fought so hard for the best, and
So
get
he
to the
can
World,
win World
World
Cup.
Cup. So
So
Peter
he
Mystic,
can win.
get what I'm saying? That was the conversation. It's just some man changed it to
Right.
Jamaica War. But it was nothing to do about Jamaica War. All right. So JD, was the conversation for Jamaica or CONCACAF squad? No, the CONCACAF squad, Marlon. So no, that we said, the squad we pick, we pick a squad, the best 11. We pick the best 11, and then we put seven on it. We put seven on it. So our best 11 was Slonina, Alistair Johnson, Chris Richard, Ethan Pinnock, Anthony, Unis Musa, Edson Alvarez, McKenna, Leon Bailey, Jonathan David, and Pulisic. And then we pick our bench players then. So that's where the conversation starts from, Them are the one to change it to a different war. I backed Tapper until so one thing I can tell you, these guys love war. That's the one thing I am sure of. They love war. So Peter Mystic, it was nothing to do with we just build a video for war about the coach. and them spin it in a this, and we say we now go pick him over the other coach them to get the best out of this team that we just named. So it had nothing. Yeah, Davis never met the 11 because they pick Anthony over him. And nobody war about that because I wanted Davis in my team. And they said Anthony Robinson is going to get over that. Yeah, but you see it, just because we don't have any affinity towards Canada and United States, we could have figured that out anytime. But once he comes on to Jamaica, we don't have no sense. We sense leaving. And we can't think rational. You get me? That is the war. JD wants me to not pick somebody who did well at World Cup to pick Panama coach. Kiss me teeth. No, but it was not one coach. All right, you know what? I'm gonna skip tomorrow because you guys let me go too far. You know?
Hello,
Oh,
JD.
Anthony, a Jamaican still. Okay, so that's why I want to pick him over. That's how you guys
That
pick him
was not
over.
the reason I
Davis.
selected
It
him.
makes it makes sense now. No, I see why I want to pick Anthony over Robin over the only world class player in the category. Wow,
That was not why I selected him. That was
that's the reason I want to pick him over the only world class player in the category.
JD. They cannot get away from their personal biases. That's just it. And that is what Demo is saying. In no business with what is right, what is true, what you think, he might choose who he might choose. Leave Demo. Demo don't care
Yes,
about
Peter.
nothing.
Yes, Peter. That's why I made sure to repeat it because Demo them would switch the conversation and people coming in late would think that we are here fighting against the coach. What kind of madness that? We know so we respect the coach. We're gonna make him doing things and we're gonna support the team. We are trying to get people to go to the stadium, but in a conversation like that, it comes up to who you want and the players that you have and what you think the person could have done with the players then. And that's why we said that we would have gone for such and such coach. Pastor said he wouldn't pick the American coach. So clearly, Pastor have a style of play that he would have been interested in. So that was the conversation, people. But Demo and Travis is completely different. The man them love war to a different level. You know? All right, Pastor. Give it here because we are going to wrap up this stream now.
Hmm.
It was a good one. It was a good argument, you know.
JD, even though the tiki-taka football is mimicked Mexicans and the Costa Ricans and the Panamanian coaches, and I like that brand of football too. In terms of cohesion and strong play with the physicality that is in this team, that is why I went for the French style that is utilized by the Haitian coach. That was my preference. It's not that I deem the Haitian coach a better coach than the United States coach, the Mexican coach, or the Jamaican coach. I wasn't grading the coaches to say who is better than who. I chose a coach that I prefer to handle the players that we selected. That is it, people. I did not intend to in any way reduce any coach CV or them records, to disparage them in any way, shape, or form. I made a choice
Mhm.
based on what I desire and what I believe will make this team. Because JD don't like me saying it, but me I go beat bad mind out of England and give them 2-0 with this team. I'm a Haitian coach. Or if you want to use JD coach, the Mexican coach. Still 2-0 we are beat bad mind out of England. That is
But
it.
one thing I love about these streams are so more in depth, people. The amount of things we have talked about today, you could when we were talking about Jamaica only, it's so much more less. It's very good now. We can appreciate the Jamaican play them a lot more. So even though we are fighting, I still appreciate the stream a lot more than the others. A lot more than the others because it reached places that we wouldn't reach naturally. All right. So I still respect it, even though we are fighting people. All right. Yeah, man. Even though we're fighting, I still respect it because at least people go into research, coaches, players to come and fight their battles. All right. So at least we're going places. So massive respect. All right. Yeah, man. And thanks for the continuous support. Dima said that if we don't have any calling, we can't get no likes on the video because that's just Dimo. Dimo is just a big troublemaker, you know. So we did good on the likes today, people. So thanks yet again for another solid support. Hopefully, Dimo hit the like button to join it and don't because he wants to get less likes for him to get his calling going. Yes, so Dimo, thanks for um making us in a better channel, you know, because you fought us so hard to make us in a better channel. Yes, thank you very much, Dimo. Yes, boy, I'm telling you. Yes. Hold on, let me do some YouTube checks, all right? AD has done nothing, Pastor. Stop being attracting to shiny objects. What you have to say on that one, Pastor? Answer TikTok. So we can
All
answer
right.
five more questions.
Again,
Five more and we finish.
again, again. Haiti coach didn't go to the World Cup, hasn't won trophies. People, look at the style of play of the Haitian team under this coach, and you will get an appreciation for what I am selecting for the team that we selected. I did not use the CV of the coach per se to determine which coach to use. Sherman Scott, allow me about come McLaren and come coach Shatter team. Shatter don't have no football team from he left the every sports mash up. So the so 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 the reality of it is that you have coaches with their CVs bolstered based on their experience, and I'm not challenging that. I did not pit one coach against the next in terms of quality. I didn't. I
Yeah.
chose the style of play that I think best suit the squad that we have selected. So this should never be taken to where it was taken, where we're gonna say Grim better than this coach or this coach not better than Grim. That was not the intention. We weren't going there.
Pastor, we are going to hold our own. People respect us for our take because our take is coming solely from football. And if ever Grim hear it, and him now the Jamaicans and many years are telling foolishness, um, he would have agreed with us as well. Because he's a football man and he strives to be better. And him, I've listened to him talk, he knows exactly what we're talking. Believe me. So I'm not even going to
I believe that
explain
too.
it in my mind. So ideal football said, JD, look at Simeone record, but he wouldn't fit this team because he liked to play defensive. Simple as that. Klopp can't go coach. Klopp cannot go to coach Manchester City because it's not going to work. You understand me? And Pep won't go to coach Liverpool because it's not going to work because those guys just want to run up and down like they are some wild man. You understand me? Pep want to be more technical and use the space without doing exerting so much energy, but more dominance because he can work the triangle traps way better. So it's two different styles. And now we're saying that Mr. Algrim's style is so far from where this team potential is. That's all. I've argued my point and I'm done. Your opinions aren't fact. Our take is football too. All right, so Demo, we know how you stay, Demo. All right, so people, thanks yet again for another smashing show. I've just uploaded the wallpaper, quality wallpaper, I like it, and thanks for all of you guys turning up. All right, so and you guys got involved, and I love the fact that you guys are watching football. Aside from Demo only watch Jamaican players and England football. That's it, nothing else. And then he goes to play cricket. The only thing he's interested in is cricket. He watch every team when it's cricket, but for Jamaica he doesn't do so. So we're gonna stop taking Dima so serious. Travis says, JD, go support 80 Suriname and Nigeria. Low Jamaica now. All right. So after all what I'm talking about, this man gets me for the support them other teams here. It's no problem. Travis, I can tell
Me
you
no
this.
want the Nigerian coach to coach that team neither.
But you know, life funny. Travis, majority of the people them would agree with you. The viewers, JFF, your friend them from JFF, they wouldn't agree with you. Because believe me, they would have wanted me to stay here more. Surprisingly. All right. So see, you want to run away? You want to run away because me now sell the narrative of you, but I still brought attention. All right? Please, please, over the last 2 years, tell me the next 3 hours where in which on YouTube, where in which you guys talk about so much other different things. Just tell me one stream ever, even included my streams. It never happened. There is no way a Jamaican stream go so verse. We are talking about Greenland. We are talking about ladies football. And not just because of ladies, because we are ladies, man, in Jamaica. We know about that. All right? We talk about injuries. We talk about weather. We talk about the overall CONCACAF. We go into coaches. We go into football metrics. Just stop. Give our credit and say we have our own space. That's why you support us, Travis. Stop bad minding. All right, Travis? Yeah, stop bad minding. Even all-star CONCACAF team would not be as skillful as England. So TikToker said him not believing what you see. Look at that now. Pastor Sefim team would have given an England team 2-0. Right.
I want a TikTok
But
can
you
read
would
me
not
book.
agree with that. So I love that. I love the diversity. All right. I love the diversity.
I want a TikTok can read me book. What I talk about would not be as skillful as England. So look on the quality of my bench. Alfonso Davies, Michael Antonio.
Greenland said
I'm a
you can't
bench
get
that, you know.
started.
I'm a bench that, you know. Jimenez from Mexico. Hutchinson. Sheraldo Becker. I'm a bench. And yes, I no skill like England. TikTok. You're the on
Pastor,
TikTok too long.
I'm gonna agree with TikTok. They're not as skilled as England. So
Hello.
one second. Ernest says, JD, would you use Pep or Klopp to coach? It has to be Pep. Zay says sports prophecy. Don't know what he's talking about. Because it could be that conversation that I've just talked about. Makes no sense. All right. Travis says, JD, I have no friends in JFF. Everything I talk on YouTube is my opinion. No one else. Imaxit. And Zay, maybe that's why you're telling me to shut up and go with the program because you're programmed. All right, Zay? Yes, man, I catch you now. JD, Greenland Stadium is maxed. Capacity 2,000. Well, I think we don't need 100,000 people in there. All right? Yes. Because I ain't going. I ain't going either. All right? I ain't going either. All right? So I
Come
think
on,
that you
JD,
don't
you're the
need much
Europe.
because you ain't seen more than 2,000 people going to that foolishness. That's all I know. You know.
Come on, JD, you're in Europe. You're the closest one to go to Greenland.
I said nobody not going to know. People tell Lancy the truth, man. Nobody not going to know foolishness. No foolishness. Greenland to watch no football. Why would we go to Greenland? I rather go to Jamaica to watch football. I rather go to Jamaica to watch football. Watch football. Let's watch the JPL. I rather go to Jamaica to watch the JPL than watch football, even for the biggest star them are playing Greenland. For what
But
reason?
JD, you must not say those things, you know. You know that when we play the football matches up at on the Big Sky Mountain, elevation higher than Blue Mountain Peak. So you know, say Pastor did that struggle coming never in the best physical condition. I play football taller than Blue Mountain. You know, we
Oh,
had quite a few
pa-
supporters. We had quite
Pastor,
in cold
Pastor,
weather.
Pastor, I don't want to hear one more of your story. I can't. You like to patch your story. When people leave here, they will think that you're the biggest legendary baller. All right, and
No,
nobody
I
want
am
to
not
hear
saying
Greenland
I
boy
was a
to
good baller. I'm just
appreciate
saying
what
how
you
many
did.
sisters were present.
I agree, TikTok. I agree, TikTok. TikTok, may you agree on the same scale? Beat the pastor. JD, me too, unruly to program by no one. Well, Travis, I'm not going to talk about your story of the affiliation of the JFF, all right? All right, Big Bad Travis, do your thing, Big Bad. So, people, we have come to the
Travis,
end.
I don't believe
Zay
that
says
statement that
no.
you made that you're not affiliated. Don't believe you.
Zay says no one can program him. All right, no problem, Zay. But you just said something that is inaccurate and it's foolish if you're talking. So that's all I'm saying. All right, yes. So give us our credit and stop bad mind with Zay. All right, yes. Stop bad mind with. All right, because nobody can program we either. All right, yes. So Pastor, thanks for joining us. This was on a smoking stream. All right, yeah, man. So people, take on the time, go to the work, enjoy on the rest of the day. I am out, and I think I should abide tomorrow. Yes. JD just love spread rumors. Demo, if you keep on telling lies, if it's keep on telling lies, I'm a demo. We are going to have to part ways, you know. Which rumor me just spread demo? Stop playing with my name, Demo. Stop selling propaganda for you and your cult. Be successful. It now work. It now work, Demo. Your cult can't get successful more than me. All right, yes. JD, only if it's American football and the NFL. All right. No, I'm not watching nothing in Greenland. Let me wait on Demo's last comment and then we're done. Just done. Because I really want done with that brother and Demo, you know. But I want to hear him have say, what Lima? You telling people about I have affiliation and in a cult. That's not a lie, Demo. It may be very disrespectful. That is very disrespectful. Alright, I'm sorry, people. What I meant about Demo in a cult meant that people influences his decision because he's affiliated to them and they're affiliated to the people that we're talking about. That's what I meant. All right, so maybe it's not
God doesn't like
technically in a cult,
cults.
but that's what I meant. And I never
God will
tried to
destroy
disrespect
all
Demo.
the cults, Demo.
I never tried to disrespect Demo people. I never tried to. All right, never tried to. So I'm very sorry, Demo, if you took it offensive because that was not the intention. The intention was what I just said. Why I classed it as a cult. And why I never have a problem when me Bailey fans them. Because the Bailey fans them never have no direct affiliation. No man no man can't influence me, all right? All right, you know what? Sorry, Travis and Demo. All right? Sorry, Travis and Demo. All right? I'm very sorry, Travis. You don't have no affiliation with the JFF. Demo, you have not been influenced by anybody. I'm very sorry. All right. So can I leave now? All right. So apologies accepted by two of you guys. And I'm not going to talk about JFF anymore. I'm not going to talk about none of those coaches. So that means you can't take me on. So I will never talk about this coach on this channel anymore. Anymore. All right? And I'm not going to talk about Travis' affiliation with JFF. None at all. All right? Yes. So okay. Apologies accepted. I want to hear from Travis and Demo, and then we're done.
While you're awaiting your apologies, based on Travis' comment,
Pastor, may I ask the man for a straight up answer? And just see if you
yes.
accept my
So
apology.
I am saying while
Listen,
you're waiting on it, I am saying
Pastor, you have said the final words, you know. And you still try to make the man them don't accept my apology. Why is this, so, brother?
no. But what I said don't have nothing to do with your apology that they are waiting on.
All right, but watch and see
They
what
need to
what you have just
apologize.
done.
They need to accept your
What
apology.
you have just done. What you have just done just cause unnecessary war. So Travis and Demo,
No, I am not accusing Travis. I'm just saying I.
Travis, I said you don't have no affiliation, and Demo don't have no affiliation. So I said I'm sorry, and I'm done. Can I just get the apologies accepted? So I'm done with the fight with you two. I am not talking in any parables. Travis, I said I don't. I am done. All right. So Travis just says yes. Apologies accepted. And Demo just said that and you're done. Demo, you see if you don't answer me within 1 minute, watch me. Watch me. All right. Just watch me,
JD,
Demo.
You see why I'm saying I don't believe Travis statement? That don't have nothing to do with your team, but I don't believe Travis because here I say no,
Oh God, Pastor. Oh my God, Pastor, gonna let the man down the wrong road again.
Here, no, Travis said take it personally.
All right,
Here,
so Demo sent took it personal, so I am done. All right, I am
yes,
done. I am done. He said he does not accept
apology
apology.
not accepted.
Apology don't. All right, so
Wait for Travis
we are
now.
not nothing. I won't pay Demo any mind anymore. I am not. He said no apologies are accepted. All right, so I'm done. All right. So Pete
Oh
Pastor, give your
my!
final take. You know.
Thanks to all that, all the person joined the chat. It was a good discussion, good stream, I believe. Even those who sought to be controversial, and those who were controversial without seeking to be controversial,
Yes.
and all those who
And you have to add
were
Demo on the side of difference because him just controversial. But continue.
I did not call Demon's name, please. So he cannot take nothing I say personal. Those who sought to be controversial, those who were controversial without seeking to be controversial, you added to the program just the same. Um, all those who participated, thank you very much. You keep us being faithful to being the best we can be because we have to prepare to be a part of the stream because we know we have you to deal with.
All right.
So
All right, so we're
that's
done,
it.
people. So it goes to they said 305 people voted. 70% said they liked the video, and 30% said no, they didn't like the video, and that is justified because we're on 177 likes on the video, and we have three, and people say they don't like the video. So thanks for the 70 people. The 30 that didn't like the video, I think maybe you need to pull back the video and realize what we're talking, so you get the context out of it. All right. Yes, you get the context. All right. Travis said, JD, I'm good, bro. It's good. All right. Big up yourself. All right. Yeah, man. We like people have their own opinion, Demo, but they just don't listen because that's what the pastor just said and I have said. All right. Yes, but you want to make your own narrative because you want people to think that's how we are. So say what you want to say, Demo. People don't believe your Demo. All right. Yes. We had 177. That's very good in this in this specific thing. All right. So thanks everyone that passed through, and later we will have a very good time.
Demo said the 30% are because you don't put up no college.
Yes.
So that's
So
why they don't like.
yeah. So take care, Pastor, and everyone in the
Yeah,
chat. Massive
man.
respect. Like the video, give your take at the end of when you go in the comment section. Yeah, man. And let with us keep rocking it. All right. Bye bye. Take care.